Jacksonville's media big steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Proctor.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine! It's go time on a Tuesday morning. It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. First, we'll start with what we're not going to do here on the drill. Things we're not going to do here on the drill. Good morning, E.T.
What's up,
We're not going. We're not going to stay on coach watch here. Certainly, as we sat here yesterday morning, the feeling was, or there was certainly a good possibility that Doug Peterson had coached this last game for the Jaguars. Well, we don't know for sure what's inside Shad Khan's head, and for now, it's, I guess, business as usual. Now, look, that doesn't mean something can't happen. I see you in there. That doesn't mean something can't happen today or moving forward, but to speculate at this point, I don't know what the plan is. There is a plan in place. You know, I've heard perhaps Shad has tried to bounce some things off some football minds. That's in the heard category. But the level of former Super Bowl champions, currently active media or otherwise in the sport, whatever the delay is here, I promise you it's just that. It's a delay. Now, if Peterson stays on board and somehow a team that just lost 52-6 is capable of getting hot, could that side of the equation? I just don't know at this point. Shad has been overly loyal and patient with his guys through the years. You know, for the most part, almost exclusively. Ironically, the only guy he really run out of patience with too quickly was Coughlin. But from Bradley to Marone to Dave Caldwell, down the line, man, just extremely, patient, waiting for what his guys are telling him is going to happen, and it just doesn't happen. And even this little run that we got here, I mean, we peaked at 9-8. It's not exactly banging down the door to the Super Bowl, is it? So, I hope this isn't just some walk of shame that he's going to get put on, because it's got to be at least somewhat awkward. Listen, I drove a lot of my opinion yesterday morning on Doug Peterson's job status based on his own demeanor after the game on Sunday, right? Just the way almost accepting that, now 52-6, my job is on the line, so who knows? I know how the league is. But as of his meeting with the media yesterday, he still had not met with Shad Khan nor had a visit planned that day. He'll bring his players in today, send them off on their bye week for something that is true, regardless of how we feel about him at 2-9 and 52-6. If there's anybody that needs to get away, it's this football team. If there is such thing as a magical reset, it's the 52-6 just kind of changes everything, right? I was thinking about that driving in. As frustrating and maddening as it is to be 2-8, for the most part, it's been a competitive football team this year. But when you go on the road, I don't care where, there ought not be a team in their prime in NFL history that this Jaguars football team should give up 7 straight touchdowns to. I mean, so that just screams of a dysfunction that is way past fixing. You gave up touchdowns on 7 straight possessions. Go get me the greatest show on turf. Go get me Peyton Manning in his prime. Go get me Elway and TD. Go get me Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. Go get me the Fun Bunch Redskins who held the scoring record for a while. Go get me any high-scoring, unstoppable machine in NFL history. And they should not be able to score a touchdown 7 straight drives. It's inconceivable what we saw on Sunday. That's a battle plan that's been blown to smithereens. You're not a superpower anymore. You're Grenada. Send a daggum group of, send a 10-man troop of National Guard down and take y'all over. So I can't get away from that no matter what happens, no matter what was said yesterday, no matter where things stand, no matter how they linger, no matter the rumors about potential changes in the front office, coaching staff, or otherwise. This era is over. It ended 52-6. You don't come back from it. You don't come back from it. You don't come back from it in so many ways. Could you come back from it if they won 6 in a row? Sure. That ain't happening. They're not winning 6 in a row. They're going to win a game or two here. They're terrible. Every week they fail in the most crucial, important moments. Major overhaul. The only thing that'll get this thing back on track. A half-a overhaul won't do it. Won't do it. Well, there's some of the same lingering issues will continue to haunt us. You know, I said it with Tony, and it's a big deal if the big man it concedes that you may have made a point. You know what I'm saying? And I said yesterday, I'll tell you what the problem. What is the one thing? Like, what is the one thing? If you can say there's one thing about this football team and where we are and where we're at, I'll tell you it's real easy to me. We don't do nothing from round 2 to 7 in the draft. Nothing. No emerging stars. No young nucleus of players. Every one of them fool's gold. Every guy we try to make into the next guy in 3 years isn't that guy at all. We're on to the next one. Well, I'm tired of the guy picking these guys. I'm tired of it. Luke Fortner, 3rd round. Mason Smith, 2nd round. Brenton Strange, 2nd round. Go down the line in the list, gang. I'll remind you, Amon St. Brown, a 4th round draft pick. There are superstars in the league. Every team has one. I would venture a guess every single team in the NFL, including the Carolina Panthers, have a young player they drafted between round 2 and 7, better than any such player we have. Simple as pie. We're terrible at picking talent. Terrible at it. Not good enough. We'll never be good enough. The pieces that we've added to fill in these last couple of years to that 21 team have not worked. They're no good. They're not explosive. The tight end we took, God bless him, round 2 is not going to be an 80-catch, 6 tight end guy, 6 touchdown guy. Our 6th round receiver, Parker Washington, is going to max out about 28 catches one year. And then we dare trade talent for future draft picks that'll just be, thrown into the river? So that's where we stand. There's no reason to restate this monologue tomorrow if, and as it appears, nothing will have happened. But my only point is, it all ended 52-6. It don't matter to me when you schedule press conferences or what outcome we may have a week from Sunday. No, none of that matters. It's just a matter of time. Life support at this point. The ultimate death-taking crash happened Sunday. It's over. 52-6. It's over. Biden time, treading water, at least from the coaching standpoint. You don't come back from it. And hopefully, the rumors are true. We need a clean sweep, man. Do not let anyone swindle you, con you into thinking, Mr. Khan, that it's a good idea to remain at least for another year as a bridge or otherwise with Trent Baalke as GM. Bad idea. Period. End of story. All right, it's official. We have the lost boys of the NFL. It's just, look, and we lead the pack. Midnight comes out and we get our other 3 vampires. It's just a lost season now for, I would say, 4 NFL teams. The 2024 NFL season has been particularly harsh for 4 squads. We got a little lost boys firing up. Cowboys lose last night. They lose last night at home to the Texans in a pitiful manner. So now 3-7. The Dallas Cowboys may be the leader of the lost boys. As bad as we are at 2-9, ours doesn't echo and register across the country. But the Cowboys are a lost boy. The Jags are a lost boy. The Bengals are a lost boy. seasons that have just gone up in smoke before they ever really began. And I'll put the Jets in there. There you go. There's our fearsome foursome. We'll be rocking tonight at midnight when the sun goes down. Full-on vampire. The Lost Boys. Cowboys. Jags. Bengals. Jets. Congratulations, boy. You're raging disasters, all of you. Let's come back and hear some, I guess, ultimately not real meaningful words from the still Jaguars head coach, Doug Peterson. You're listening to the Lost Boys right here on 1010XL. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey, bro, come through today, bro. We got to rap, bro.
There are great plays.
Time's ahead for the first down.
But in the end, there's always a play that stood out.
Touchdown!
The performance-painting high-performance play of the game on 1010XL. Now, the Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
The Young Guns look to make a fast start while in enemy territory, and they'd complete that game plan to a T and get on the board early. Thanks to a 9-play sequence capped off by a 59-yard Cam Little field goal, Jacksonville took a 3-0 lead with 9:36 left in the first quarter. The 29-yard drive is your Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game.
Hey, John, are you ready to cruise into the holidays in style?
Absolutely. The King of Price has incredible offers that you won't want to miss.
That's right. Buy a brand new 2024 Escalade and receive a $3,000 rebate.
Or if leasing is more your style, you can choose a 2024 Escalade or a 2025 Lyric and receive a $1,000 rebate.
It's the perfect time to upgrade your ride and make this holiday season unforgettable.
Visit us at Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville. Plus tax tag title $899 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Ready to sharpen your aim or find the perfect firearm? Come to St. Nicholas Guns and Rage. With a huge selection of guns, ammo, and accessories, plus Jacksonville's best indoor range for every skill level. They've got everything you need to hit your target. Whether you're a pro or just starting out, their friendly experts will guide you every step of the way at 4630 Blanding Boulevard or online at stnickguns.com. St. Nicholas Gun and Range. Gear up, shoot a lot, shoot better.
This is Tony Baselli, Pro Football Hall of Famer. I was known for protecting our quarterback. These days, I'm extending that protection to a different arena, your home. I have partnered with Heritage Roofing of North Florida, your premier local roofers with over 25 years of experience. Heritage is your go-to roofer for hurricane preparation with same-day inspections and estimates. They also work with all insurance companies. Let Heritage Roofing of North Florida safeguard your home and family. Visit heritagenfl.com for your free estimate today.
State license CCC 1335410.
Jaguars fans, want to meet some of your favorite players? Coke Florida, Publix Supermarkets, and the Jags are giving you the chance. Join 1010XL at Publix, 170 Village Commons Drive, St. Augustine, Tuesday, November 19th at 5. For autographs, pictures, raffles, and more. Get off the sidelines and get to Publix to grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or any of your favorite Coca-Cola beverages using Publix digital app. The Jaguars and Coke Florida. There's magic when we cheer together at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Find the best-kept secret in Jax at the Moss Fire Grill. From $5 margaritas to made-from-scratch Southwest cuisine, find yourself relaxing or celebrating at Jacksonville's first-ever rooftop. Visit Moss Fire Grill in Riverside.
See you on the rooftop.
Spend lunchtime with the ladies.
Hey, where's your sense of adventure?
They don't cook, but they serve up spicy sports talk.
Sure, it's on the menu.
Helmets and heels.
That is a meal.
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Fans on 1010XL.
Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. You gotta just love this time of the year as we reflect on the things that matter most. Families, homes, the holidays, and of course football. They're very grateful for you all, the good people of Jacksonville, and they want to thank you. So get ready for the holidays. Book today and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning. This one fills up fast, so book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res, fill it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barry here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barry Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit BarryOrthopedics.com.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews speak for themselves, and I challenge any firm to compare results. We offer the resources of a large law firm and the customer service of a boutique practice. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
Roland Reich Plumbing, there when you need them. Big or small plumbing problem, call Roland Reich Plumbing anytime at 260-7059. 260-7059, where quality and experience count.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, back on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday, 100 years. Family run and operated downtown 2nd and Main. Truck guy here. First place I stopped, Catlin Truck Accessories. Got the bed liner, the roll and lock, WeatherTech floor mats. All that come in handy, gang. Tell you that much. Klutz boy here has dropped the coffee on what would have been ruined floor mats. Nah, with that WeatherTech. That and everything more. Catlin Truck Accessories. It's going to be a fun Doring report today, huh? Best win for Florida in years. Now, Billy Napier has had wins on the scoreboard against teams similar to the LSU team they beat this week. They beat Tennessee at home last week. Last year they were a ranked team. They beat Utah in the very first game for Billy Napier at home, and they were a top 10 team. Those are the two most high profile, particularly by ranking. But I think this one was even better because of the thoroughness. And I know it's hard to say when they have it 40 minutes and you have it 20, but that bend but don't break worked. At the end of the day, I don't care how many plays LSU ran. I don't care how long they had the football. They scored 16 points and they got sacked 7 times. And DJ Lagway has just taken week-to-week expectation to another level. Would it be unheard of for Florida to upset Ole Miss this week? Rebels on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday, I think, are like a 12-point, 14-point favorite even. So we'll see. We'll see when it comes to this week's game. But, Doring does the SEC network, right, and their studio show. And one of the hosts there, I think his name's Peter Burns, is an LSU grad. So Doring and Burns, as part of SEC Network, they always have a big bet on Florida LSU, and it has not gone well. I think LSU had won 5 in a row before this year. So we'll let our guy bask in that glow a little bit as well. The Doring Report's coming your way now in about 1 hour. We look ahead to the college football weekend and to still enjoy, man, especially the way the NFL season's going. If you're an FSU fan, you've had no relief, huh? Ooh. I'm going to circle back to football. Also going to let you hear from Doug Peterson. We're lucky in this format to a degree, right? The way journalism comes at you in today's day and age is in snippets, man. Everything's just short. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Sometimes when you ask a coach a question, what would your message be for the fans? And he answers for a minute and a half. And yet, for the purposes of swipe, 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 you cut an 8-second soundbite or a 13-second soundbite. Like old school, they'll tell you don't run sound from a person for a minute and a half. But when it comes to a question as broad and a ship that has gone down so fast, it's probably good for us all to hear exactly what the captain has to say. And we're going to circle back to Doug Peterson here in just 1 second. I got a baseball note I want to drop in. Rookies of the year in both National and American League go to pitchers. No surprise, certainly in the National League. Paul Skeens may have been the best pitcher in baseball overall. Chris Sale's going to win the Cy Young, but man, Skeens was hyped as a generational talent. We heard that before. They were saying that about him a year before he even left college, and now he's just backing it up on the field. So he's the National League Rookie of the Year. And they had a good National League field this year, man. Jackson Churio, both had great rookie seasons. Over in the American League, it's a Yankee. It's Luis Gil, 26-year-old rookie who got off to an incredibly hot start and overall had a great year, 15-7 on the mound. So I just wanted to squeeze that in here. A couple of baseball notes. It's award season, so we'll get the big boys, the MVPs, and it's pretty easy to guess, the Cy Youngs and Manager of the Year and all that good stuff. How bad is it for the Cowboys? Maybe as bad as it's ever been. I don't remember what we were saying about Dallas. It hadn't happened since the franchise was formed in 1960, but we've had like some all-time negatives already attached. They've never been the worst defense in the NFL, like worst total defense in NFL history. They've never had finished with the number 32 defense. We're going to give them a run for that. And right now we got a lead, but Dallas could ultimately own that distinction. But they set another unwanted NFL record, getting destroyed last night in their own stadium against the Houston Texans. Man, what a signing Joe Mixon's been. What a difference between the Texans and us. I mean, look what we added in the offseason to try and make our team better. And look what Joe Mixon has meant to that team. It's not about position. We don't want Joe Mixon. We didn't need him. That's not the point. The point is finding a guy who's really going to help your team. And the Houston Texans, smartly, and in this case, dead on accurately, found a piece that they weren't happy with, and they got a real impact bang for their buck. In other news, Gabe Davis went on IR yesterday. Back to Dallas in the history books, again, for the wrong reasons. By the way, you know how the game began? The roof was supposed to be open, but a piece of the stadium's roof fell to the turf. Oops. Night ended with a 24-point loss. They have trailed by at least 20 points in each of their past 6 home games, an NFL record. They've also lost all 6, as you would expect. That run of futility began when they lost to the Packers in the playoffs last year. It continued in prime time last night for a team once known, and it seems now almost hilariously as America's team. It's hard to fathom. Not too long ago, they had won 16 straight on their home field. It's distant memory now. You want an easy win? Pack up the equipment and go to Dallas, gang. They're getting walloped week after week after week. There's so many bad sequences that can sum up Dallas's patheticness. Again, I kind of tongue-in-cheek identified the lost boys of the 2024 season. The Jags. I'd say the Bengals are at least right there. They're, half man, half monster. The Jets, they're ridiculous Aaron Rodgers, and the Cowboys are the worst of them all. An absolute abject joke for the presence that they command. And it just continued last night. And again, making news and history for all the wrong reasons. There's another guy, by the way, doing the walk of shame up to the podium. Can't imagine a world where Mike McCarthy keeps his job. The Jets and Robert Saleh already lost his. They'll have a coaching change. And the other lost boys, Zach Taylor up there at Cincinnati, would it surprise anybody if they went in another direction? Don't know if that's what's going to happen. But, man, when you got good teams and you lose close games, it's real easy to believe, often correctly, that somebody else could be doing a better job. And aren't we feeling those kind of emotions here in Jacksonville, where Doug Peterson did meet the media yesterday? Again, we're not going to be on Coach Watch here. We'll see what happens. I got a bye week now. Whatever Shad's plans are to meet, to decide, to move forward, we'll keep you up to date as best we can. I do think that Shad's doing his due diligence and research and talking to some football people from around the league and trying to get a best plan moving forward. Meanwhile, it's the question that has haunted this season now that it's gone so off the rails, and that was Shad saying, this is the best team that we've had since I've been here. Remember that? Well, here's the question. Shad, is that your opinion? Or if not, who told you that? Doug, can you clue us into that?
I don't know. Okay. I'm not privy to those conversations that Shad has or who's he talking. I don't know. I can't answer that.
It wasn't you.
No.
Balky went and told Shad we had the best team ever, and Shad repeated it. if Doug Peterson's telling the truth. What it sounds like there. Hey, look at this team that I've put together. Isn't it the best? I mean, why would you listen to that evaluation? How many of y'all go to work today and would tell your boss, well, you know, I'm really the weak link here. You should fire me. How many of you would do that? Or if you had your ear to shade any and everything that ever went right in your company, that it somehow fell under your expert guidance. Huh? I'm not down there, fly on the wall or anything else, but man, it sure feels like that. I told you this bubbling, just yuck feeling. This started weeks ago before we got to this DEF CON stage. Continuing with Doug Peterson. You know, he's asked if he talked to Shad yet. I told you he hadn't. He'd have to talk to Shad if he made any changes. You know, they're peppering him, man. What about Nielsen? How do you keep this defensive coordinator? Look, if he fires any assistants during the year, he'd have to talk to Shad first. That's for sure.
I think you got to be. I think you got to be really, really careful when you start pointing fingers at certain people. It's a dangerous thing, and I'm not going to do that. Not doing it. Not right now, because that's, as a head coach in this league, that's going through what we're going through. You're pointing a finger, and if it's going to be pointed, it needs to be pointed at me. Start with me, right? So that's enough on that.
Yeah, no, it's not, and you're that answer doesn't fly. Yeah, it's on you because of decisions like this. Jaguars are giving up 413 yards a game. Worst in the league. Giving up 28.7 points a game. Worst in the league. You hired a defensive coordinator. Your defense is literally the worst in the league with a pretty hefty price tag attached to it. That's a high-priced edge rusher in Josh Hines-Allen. That's a highly leveraged number 1 overall pick on the other side. That's a high-priced, so far about good for nothing on the field, defensive lineman. That's a high-priced cornerback you've got out there. This isn't some expansion team. I find it somewhat hard to believe that you can amass an entire defensive roster of NFL-level talent and give up 413 and 28.7 a game. Back to the initial statement, I find it damn near unbelievable that in any circumstance, one NFL team could allow another to score 7 straight touchdowns. That sounds like Reigns playing a 1A. It's incredible. So that's not pointing fingers. That's taking charge. The difference. Finally, message to the fans. That's a little more long-winded, but rather than pluck the 8 to 12 to 16 to 20 seconds that suit the narrative, this is what he said in total, and this is how we'll end this portion of this miserable segment of Jaguars history.
I'll say this, and I told the team this today, and I told it to them after the game, that the team that was out there yesterday, that was not us. That's not who we are. That's not who we stand for. There's enough pride in that locker room, enough pride on the coaching staff to, whether we win the game or not, right? How we performed, it's not who we are. It's not who we are. It's not how I coach. It's not how we prepare during the week. It's not how the players practice and what they put their bodies through. I don't think many people understand what these guys go through during the course of a week. These guys play. And this is across the league. This is not just us. This is everybody who puts a uniform on game days. They're playing through pain. They're playing through injury. They're playing hurt and sore, and especially this time of the year. And so my hat is off to those players because of what they battle through. And so, yeah, you can criticize me all you want, point the finger at me. That's fine. Because that's where it starts. But, for the players, they put their best foot forward every single day. Yesterday was not who we are. And to Gene's point, I mean, this is an exhausted team right now, and we need this week to get rejuvenated again, get fresh again, get ready to go for the last 6 weeks.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Florida Gators hosting Ole Miss at the Swamp on Saturday. The Rebels are the 10-point favorite, 55.5 the total. Georgia hosting UMass at Sanford Stadium. Bulldogs laying 43, the total 57. The Minutemen fired head coach Don Brown, 6-28 in 3 seasons. Offensive coordinator Shane Montgomery will be the interim head coach for the final 2 games. South Florida, a 16-point home favorite against Tulsa on Saturday. College basketball tonight, Florida Gators laying 35 against Florida A&M. Florida State, a 7.5-point home favorite with Hofstra, 141.5 the total at Tucker Center. UCF laying 25.5 points at home with Tennessee Tech. Cash back for every bet with a GBank signature Visa card. VSIN.com/GBank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
The last thing you want to be dealing with this holiday season is a septic emergency. Plan ahead and schedule to have your septic tank pumped out now. Our wonderful team at Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services is standing by and ready for your call. We'll get your septic tank pumped out right away, giving you one less thing you have to worry about this holiday season. Check out our reviews online and give us a ring today. 904-862-6769. That's 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Jaguars fans, want to meet some of your favorite players? Coke Florida, Publix Supermarkets, and the Jags are giving you the chance. Join 1010XL at Publix, 170 Village Commons Drive, St. Augustine, Tuesday, November 19th at 5. For autographs, pictures, raffles, and more. Get off the sidelines and get to Publix to grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or any of your favorite Coca-Cola beverages using Publix digital app. The Jaguars and Coke Florida. There's magic when we cheer together at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here.
Duval! Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, monster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
This is Chelsea with Renewal by Andersen Custom Windows and Doors. Here's what people are saying about working with us.
Installers were professional, courteous, and efficient.
Great customer service. On time, explained the process, and walked me through the installation. Amazing team.
Our experience with Renewal by Andersen was outstanding from the beginning to end.
Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com.
License number CGC 1527613.
Renewal by Andersen, Custom Windows and Doors.
Hicken here for Bout 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bout 9. Visit Bout 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bout 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
Tony Baselli gets up early Monday morning to share a big football breakfast with you.
Some French toast and sausage patties.
Hall of Fame Mondays, 7:20 with Dan and Jeff on the Drill. Brought to you by Heritage Roofing of North Florida on 1010XL.
Injured in an accident? Have mounting medical bills? Can't work? Don't worry. Zach's got your back. I'm Zach Von Rowan of Von Rowan Law. I will fight for the compensation that you deserve. Set up your free consultation at zachsgotyourback.com.
Now, the Hurricane Report. Brought to you by Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
The Hurricanes, still sitting at 9-1, got to sit back and relax this weekend as they had a bye week. Up next for the Canes is Wake Forest at noon on ESPN. In off-the-field news, Mario Cristobal was able to land Hayden Lowe, the number 44 prospect in all of America, an edge rusher who was previously committed to USC. The Hurricane Report brought to you by Performance Painting.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Attention sports fans, are you ready to take your game to the next level? Look no further than Best Bet. You can bet anywhere, but you'll definitely win here. Experience the thrill of sports like never before. With all the major games broadcasting live on our big screens and a menu stacked with your favorite foods and refreshing drinks, you're sure to find your winning ticket. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com. Bet anywhere, win here. Only at Best Bet.
Mark Watson here to tell you a little bit about hardballcreative.com. It's your online promo haven with thousands of ideas on how to promote your company. We're open 24/7, 365.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
During his Monday press conference, Jag head coach Doug Peterson once again highlighted the timeliness of this bye.
Yesterday was not who we are. I mean, this is an exhausted team right now, and we need this week to get rejuvenated again, get fresh again, get ready to go for the last 6 weeks.
Rookie wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. also shared his thought on the bye coming now.
Gets to a point where your body just starts wearing down a little bit, so you need like a little break to get recharged and just get refocused. So this bye week is coming in much needed time.
Former Jag offensive lineman Tony Baselli says the team needs to be real about who they are.
That's who we are. But you have to be honest with yourself. That's who we are right now, because you can't fix anything until you're honest.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I just made a statement. I got to get out there and play. My guys, I feel like they rally around me very well. I feel like they play so much. They play well around me. And, I'm just thankful to have a great support cast. Offensive line played their butt off. We had no sacks, and I was limited today. So it was kudos to those guys, man. The receivers making heck of a plays, tight ends making plays, tight ends blocking, running backs making heck of a runs, and it's a great offensive effort, and even defense played well. Heck, special teams did too. So it was a great all-around win.
That's DJ Lagway after another impressive performance. Florida's win over LSU, the first time a true freshman quarterback has beaten a ranked team as a starter at Florida Field. There hadn't been a lot of opportunities. I mean, for years and years, freshmen didn't play college football. You weren't eligible, a true freshman. And true freshmen don't come in starting at programs that are established, at least not a ton. So, the win over LSU, 27-16. Florida hosts Ole Miss. That's one of Saturday's games that can make a potential playoff team nervous. It's a nervous game for Ole Miss. So funny how roles can reverse, right? If you talk about Ole Miss and Florida and a trap game at noon somewhere, forever it's been the Gators highly ranked trying to, avoid an upset in the Grove. No, that's not the case. It's Ole Miss and Kiffin who are rolling. Number 11, 8-2 overall, still alive for all their goals. Gators 5-5, 10.5-point underdogs at home. This Saturday, we'll have the Doring Report coming up here, and just a little over half an hour, so we'll talk Gator football and more. But it's a big weekend in college football. Let me give you some of these games here that they don't all perhaps involve playoff impact teams, but there's a number of careful games, okay? So just real quick, and we're going to move on. I got a football fix queued up for you, get some NFL news and notes in. So, first of all, the big one, high noon, I'll be watching Florida Ole Miss, but Indiana, Ohio State. All right, now rubber meets road, Indiana, like a Hoosier tire. Yeah, now we're going to find out. We're all impressed, and rightly so. 10-0, 7-0 in the Big Ten. But Indiana is one of those teams that it's fair to say you just don't know. Let me tell you who they've beaten. Florida International, Western Illinois, UCLA, Charlotte, Maryland, Northwestern, Nebraska, Washington, Michigan State, and Michigan. None ranked, none really very good. And even the brand names on there that might get you some years are especially down. See Washington and Michigan, who played for the national title last year. But this week, at Ohio State, the only tough game on their schedule. I wonder, and I think I probably know the answer. What would you think of Indiana? What would the committee think of Indiana? And I don't think this is happening. I think Indiana's going to play with Ohio State, maybe beat them. My coach has done a great job. They got the right mix of talent. They deserve to be in the 12. This is not that argument. But what if Ohio State beats them 48-10? And Indiana's only lost this year. They'll have one loss, and then they pound Purdue in the season ender, and they finish 11-1. It's a great year, 7-1. They miss out on the Big Ten title game off a tiebreaker, but we just automatically put them in. I'm sure they are. But I tell you this, I can't know for sure that they're a top 12 team because Florida International, Western Illinois, UCLA, Charlotte, Maryland, Northwestern, Nebraska, Washington, Michigan State, Michigan. I can't help but think there are 15, 20 teams in college football that could be undefeated right now against that schedule. So I don't know. I don't know if Indiana beat Boise. I don't know. I don't know if they beat BYU. They haven't played anyone. That changes this week. Okay, so there's that game. But here's some other little dicey little college matchups, at least for one side of the playoff equation. Florida's not in the playoff, but they could be a real spoiler against Ole Miss. So Ole Miss, be careful, right? I'll give you another one. Kind of in that vein. BYU is at Arizona State. BYU lost for the first time last weekend, but they're still 9-1 in control of the playoff spot from the Big 12. But Arizona State don't look 8-2. Colorado is riding high right now, aren't they? Travis Hunter's emerged as the Heisman leader. The Buffs have won 6 in a row. They are tied for first in the Big 12. But they go to Kansas. And Kansas is a good team that got beat up injured-wise and started terrible, but they're heating up a little bit, and they're only 4-6, but be careful in that game too. Colorado's only a 3-point favorite at a 4-6 team. So that one's got trappy implications to it. And then on both sides, Army, Notre Dame. If Army can do the unthinkable and beat Notre Dame in Yankee Stadium, don't they now emerge as perhaps, that non-Power 5 team that should go? Do they get so high as to they're the highest-ranked conference champion? Or one of the 4 highest-ranked? That was something that we learned over the weekend that I really wasn't aware. It's not that the 4 Power 4 conferences get automatic berths. You just expect that the champion of those conferences would all be ranked higher than any champion of any other conference. But if there is a champion from another conference who's higher ranked than one of the Power 5 or Power 4 champions, it's that other champion that gets the higher seed. So if one of the conferences produces, one year or even this year, a 2-loss champion, And then there's a undefeated or, just one loss, non-Power 4 team. This year, that's Boise. If Boise keeps winning, they could very well be ranked higher than the highest rank, conference champion from the ACC or SEC. Really. Depending on what happens with Texas. So, anyway, all interesting stuff as we head down the home stretch and we go in depth on college football with the Doring Report. That's coming up in about an hour. All right, fire up the band. We got a football fix. Let's turn our attention to some NFL news. It's brought to you each and every morning by the Home Course, the Joint Decree Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly. Best value in golf. I'll see you out there. And Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. It can be a volatile industry, and Mandy and her team are on your side, man, representing the Jacksonville area. Her and her family for decades now. And you won't have a better experience if something goes wrong than you will with the dream team over there with Mandy and her crew in Mandarin. Set up your appointment today. Listen, the lost the team is a common phrase when you're supposed to be good and you're not just not good, you're terrible. And so the Cowboys fall into, it's not that they're not good, it's that they're god-awful. Especially without that. They've lost 6 straight home games. They've trailed by at least 20 at home in their last 6 home games. By the way, they had won 16 straight at home before. Lost again last night, 34-10. Texans beat them. Texans, by the way, had that game was still like 17-10 going to the fourth. But Texas pulled away late because Dallas is terrible. Jerry Jones, as he's apt to do, meeting with the media, the gaggle, the throng after the loss, said he doesn't think Mike McCarthy has lost the team. Yeah, that's what we said about Doug Peterson like 3 weeks ago, and 3 weeks later it's 52-6. So sometimes they're lost and you don't know it, maybe. By the way, a piece of metal fell from the Cowboys Stadium. Is this Cowboys Stadium just like a death trap? Wasn't it the Super Bowl in Dallas where like part of the stadium or part of the features like fell down, even fell on some people?
I feel like that.
Yeah, right? Come on, man. Piece of metal fell from the roof. Now, thankfully, it fell to the turf before the game was to go. Joe Mixon has been a great free agent signing, hasn't he? Man, I don't know. Do you just get lucky when you do that? You go get these veteran backs. You just never know when they're going to hit. But, boy, Mixon has hit, and he is right up there with Saquon and Derrick Henry when it comes to impact from the position this year. I'd put him right up there with those two dudes. Over 100 again last night. He's been excellent out of the backfield. He scored 3 touchdowns, 34-10 Texans. And Mixon has been a force. The O-line, which has been very sketch for Houston this year, only allowed 1 sack last night, which was also a good sign for them. Well, I guess that's it for the Daniel Jones. This isn't Anthony Richardson, who you have time, still have time to grow with, where you can sit him for a couple of weeks. It's not the end of his career. Daniel Jones, we had this late yesterday, sent to the bench in New York, all the way to QB3. Tommy DeVito and that annoying, was his agent that would come dressed all Guido Sarducci looking? Ah, man, you know what one of the longest lists in America is? The 49ers injury report. What you got? What were you going to say?
Oh, so what's that?
Yeah, the 49ers injury report, man, and it's always star-studded. Brock Purdy, the latest. Ooh, they are limping, too. They are limping at 5-5. The Ravens say they haven't lost any confidence in their kicker, Justin Tucker. That would seem to make sense. He certainly had I would only hazard to guess, the worst game of his career this past weekend. Tucker missed a couple. It was a bad weekend for kickers, though. I told you. They missed short ones. They missed important ones. We had one blocked, and we'll finish this here. I don't even know what's your recourse. The Bears have submitted a challenge. They say a penalty was committed on the blocked field goal that ultimately was the decider in the game. They believe they should have had another shot at the field goal. The block should not have counted. The Bears say Matt Eberflus, their head coach, said they should have got a redo. There was a penalty. Eberflus says he'll turn the blocked field goal into the league office because he believes the Packers were on our long snapper. No flag was called on the field. Let's see. The long snapper appeared to be knocked down at the line of scrimmage. It's illegal to make contact with a long snapper with their head down. They're considered defenseless. Players also not permitted to use an offensive player as leverage while blocking. If the penalty was called, they would have moved up Cairo Santos. He would have had another opportunity. And we'll see. I'm going to watch it right here. I'm going to see if I can see the long snapper being, pulled to the ground. Here we go. Live. We're engaging X here. The fabulous. That's a reach, man. That's a reach, Take that L, put some sauce on it, and shove it down sideways, coach. What are you talking about? They touch my guy. This is a novel approach. They touch my offensive lineman. By the way, it's all TJ Slayton, the former Gator. Yeah, no, that's weak, man. I don't know. His head's down. Just what's to stop a long snapper from just keeping his head down until the play's over then? Yeah, no, that's a no. That's a hard no, man. Take your loss. Quit crying. Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers and Manor and the home course at Jointon Creek Golf Club. We continue on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday next.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Get ready to roar into the weekend. Get everything you need to know for your weekend on Pregame Friday.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
Brought to you by Dream Finders Homes.
Duval, baby.
On 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, it's Linda Beaver. Whether you're new to the area or a longtime resident, you deserve the best and shouldn't settle when buying or servicing your car. At Beaver Chevrolet, we have built our reputation on trust. You can trust us to provide the best prices, the best selection, and the best experience. You can trust me. Your neighbors can trust me. Your family can trust me. We will not let you down. Come see us at Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville to let our family take care of yours. Trust me, we're here to wow you.
If you have experienced problems when it comes to selling your home, maybe it's just because you have not discovered Chad and Sandy and chadandsandy.com. That's chadandsandy.com. You can call them at 904-414-6200. But here's the bottom line. Your home will be sold, guaranteed, or they'll buy it. So whatever you think your problem may be, whether you need more space for an office or growing family, or you want maximum equity from your home, but you're not sure how, Chad and Sandy deliver with a promise. And at the bottom line, it ends with your home is sold at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. That is the definition of a guarantee. The proof is out there. Pete in Lakeshore writes, I was in a pickle. I heard Chad and Sandy on the radio, and I called because I needed cash out on a rental property fast. I was struggling to rent. Chad and Sandy got a full offer, full asking price within days. Go to chadandsandy.com. That's chadandsandy.com, or call 904-414-6200 today.
Is your AC ready for the holidays? Bold City Heating and Air ensures your AC stays in tip-top shape. We know that a clean AC is a healthy AC. Upgrade yours for just $96 a month and enjoy free duct cleanings with your new system. Plus, ask about our 0% financing options.
Bold City AC. We got the crew. Bold City AC.
Visit boldcityac.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
What's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and our listeners have been killing it in a year full of surprises. MyBookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guesses, just straight up action. Does your other sports bets pay out when you push on a bet? MyBookie pays you back. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Start out using my promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit right from jump. Here's a pro tip that'll get you rolling. The NFL teams with the powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year. And betting the game total unders has been printing money. Stack that on the MyBookie risk-free Thursdays. That's right, there's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, MyBookie refunds you that bread bet. Sign up now and get double your deposit bonus with MyBookie. It's the best bet for Florida bettors. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Jaguars fans, want to meet some of your favorite players? Coke Florida, Publix Supermarkets, and the Jags are giving you the chance. Join 1010XL at Publix, 170 Village Commons Drive, St. Augustine, Tuesday, November 19th at 5. For autographs, pictures, raffles, and more. Get off the sidelines and get to Publix to grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or any of your favorite Coca-Cola beverages using Publix digital app. The Jaguars and Coke Florida. There's magic when we cheer together at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Greetings from Daytona, where a band of dreamers took a strip of beach and turned it into a proving ground. The great American race, where year after year, greatness is the destination. So book your experience and soak in 500 miles of history and tradition. The Daytona 500, February 16th, 2025. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com. Now, it's time to showcase the Crown Royal Special Teams Player of the Game. Live generously and life will treat you royally.
Cam Little had a colossal performance Sunday for Jacksonville. The teal and black rookie was once again perfect on his field goal tries, including nailing a career-long 59-yarder. His last name may be Little, but when it comes to the clutch factor, he's as great as they come. And he's your Crown Royal Special Teams Player of the Game.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by First Coast Honda Dealers. Florida hopes to follow up the success over LSU when they face Ole Miss. Head coach Billy Napier, it's about preparation.
You know, you're either getting better or you're getting worse. So our attitude and our approach towards meetings and practice will be really critical.
The Seminole Heritage Game is set to kick off on Saturday. FSU is expected to have a strong showing against the 1-10 Charleston Southern team. The head coach Mike Norvell, records don't matter.
We got to go out there. We got to play our best game. We're working to put our players in the best position to go achieve success, to be able to go out and execute, and to be able to play fast.
Florida Gator freshman quarterback DJ Lagway is the SEC Freshman of the Week for Week 12. The league announced on Monday. In his return to the field against LSU, the QB threw for over 225 yards with a touchdown and no turnovers. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 7:01 and it's 62 degrees. Your time and your tip is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Hey, hey.
dance to it, though. Huh? Notice that, E? Choreograph, man. It's gonna be, you should choreograph one, the two of you. Open a show like that one more. That'd be fantastic.
It would.
I'd love that.
You know it!
That's my God.
Yes! Super Tuesday! Rock the vote!
Boomer loved the boy band. Bye, bye, bye.
So long, Jags. Bye-bye.
We could do an excellent mix-up, mash-up, Doug Peterson and some of these songs. Had enough.
Had enough.
Woo! But it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye.
Still the coach. Somewhat surprisingly.
Yeah, we're not going to do Coach Watch if and when something happens.
Yeah.
We'll get the word out. How about that?
2024, the most disappointing year in Jaguars history in terms of expectation versus reality.
Okay.
You can make an argument. There's not a person at this radio station. Now, one of these experts here at 1010 who feed you your Jaguar information, who told you the Jags were going to have a losing record. Not one. Not a one. Anywhere from, at worst, 9-8 to the best of 13-4. That was the buzz back in August when the experts put it on the video for all y'all and told you the Jags are power in the AFC South. Watch out.
Yeah, no one said that. I mean, Houston was still the pick, but I hear you. We weren't expected to be this kind of bad.
Here we are with the worst loss in franchise history. Number one, 30 years of football. We lost to the Detroit Lions 52-6. I heard Pete and Tony yesterday talking about. Pete was saying that, you know me, Tony, I look for quitters. I didn't see any quitting. I am of the hypothesis, Jeff, and I'll ask both you and my friend E's opinion on this. It's not possible to lose by 46 points in the NFL and tell me you're giving maximum effort. I just can't believe it. Now, can I point out this guy jogging? No. But I just cannot believe that defensive line came to play when the holes were. I just don't believe there was maximum effort being given if you lose by 46 points. Either of you, please.
I said it this way this morning, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
You should not be able to take the most highly explosive all-time NFL offense, the greatest show on turf Rams, or the 91 Fun Bunch Redskins, or the greatest scoring, most productive, unstoppable offense in league history.
Yes,
I would bet never scored 7 straight touchdowns on anyone. You shouldn't give up 7 straight possession touchdowns in the NFL, no matter who you're playing and who you are. It's impossible.
They ran 76 plays. They had 38 first downs. That means they were getting first downs on every 2 plays. They averaged more than 9 yards a play. E, what say you?
There ain't no way. Yeah, not in the NFL.
It's not possible.
Yeah, it's like the NFL is built in a way for it to not be like that.
Yeah, and so I just wanted to make sure, and listen, I'm all for jettisoning every coach and general manager down there. I'm all for it. But I just want to make sure that we also hold the guys on the field accountable too.
Well, sure.
Because they I don't know what's going on, but that was and I'm not done yet. So in 2024, this year, the worst loss in franchise history. Let me take you back, I don't know, a couple months in 2024 when we had the 7th worst loss in Jaguar history to the Buffalo Bills, 47-10. We lost by 37 points. The 7th worst loss. In fact, what if I told you that during Doug Peterson's tenure here, we've had 4 of the worst losses, 4 of the top 20 worst losses in history. Yeah, including a 34-3 butt kicking to the San Francisco 49ers last season.
Yeah, that was ugly. Home, coming off the bye.
Yeah.
That's really where we should have taken note.
Yeah.
I mean, that was before Oh, that was 2 years ago. Yeah, no, last year we were 8-3.
2022, we lost by 26 of the Detroit Lions, 40-14.
Yeah.
I mean,
listen. Usually, you only here's what's this. I said this earlier, Hick.
Yes, sir.
You can't come back from this. There's no coming back from this. It ended 52-6. It may not end today or tomorrow. You don't come back from that. Here's why: you only lose 52-6 if you're in your first year with a team.
Right.
Then you can survive. Like Sean Payton last year lost to the Dolphins 70-7.
Right.
Does anyone even remember?
No,
because you get that grace. This is deep into year 3, man.
Deep into year 3.
You've lost all voice down there. You can't fire every player, so we got to get rid of y'all that are picking them and coaching them.
They lost to Detroit 44-0 in 95. That's the second worst loss. That's the loss that we passed. We also lost to the Seattle Seahawks 41-0 in 09. I know you remember that one out there in the great Northwest. And then we had a couple 50-10ers. The Patriots and the Vikings. Freddie talked about the Vikings loss yesterday. Those are the losses that stick in your craw. Those are the all-timers. But I don't know.
I thought this one was the most impotent of them all, Dan. We've seen them all. We've been here for every game. I thought the worst the defense has played in the history of the team was last Sunday.
If you go and watch, we do. Only reason I watch it, I wouldn't watch it if I didn't have to. So God bless you, Jag fans. But the post-game show where we have reaction from inside the locker room, immediate reaction, right? We're inside the locker room gathering player interviews on Sunday. Not a one of them was angry. Not a one of them.
Sad.
No, we're just,
just give me a saucer of milk.
Just got to go back to work.
Milk drinkers.
We're just tired. We're really tired. This bye week, Doug's this is not who we are.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. That's
3-14.
exactly who you are. You're 2-9, 3-14 in your last 17. It's a debacle.
You didn't watch Game of Thrones, but it's also become colloquial in like in the social. But the walk of shame, like in Game of Thrones, they literally they strip you naked and you walk through the streets and they throw stuff at you. To a degree, I feel like he's kind of metaphorically going through this right now. Just go through, take that walk of shame up to the podium every day.
I ask you a question.
Have the rotten tomatoes thrown at you.
I ask you a question.
Yeah.
How are they? And by the way, now London was a long trip. Last year, it energized us.
Yeah,
this year, it's a long trip.
That's
a long trip to go stay at a 5-star resort, get up, walk next door, practice on the practice field, and go back to the room.
It really is.
Come on, man.
It's a real danger when it's one of the real dangers of losing too much is that you have to get up and say the most ridiculous things.
We know
that you don't even believe, but you have to. You have to. Say something.
We know what y'all do. And while I will never understand this, I will never, ever sit there and say anything about the physical part of playing football in terms of, listen, it's a tough, hard, you give up your bodies. A lot of football players are never the same physically after they're done playing in the NFL. But the amount of hours worked, and they got to get away. They got to get away. From what?
Well, and again,
from what?
You do notice this, and when you younger cats, you probably don't.
From Tuesdays off, from Monday corrections and treatment, from Fridays leaving work by noon, from Saturdays a travel day or a walkthrough.
What I don't like, though, those are all whatever.
What are we talking?
No, what I don't like
Gotta
is high pressure. Bull crap. High pressure young parents not making enough money to pay their rent and their thing. And the older you get, the more you realize that you have a freaking vacation of a job if you're a pro athlete. At today's day and age and all the money you make, nobody's saying it's easy. You're not highly skilled and you don't get everything you want. Don't talk to me about pressure and tired, man. Not when there's 28-year-olds working 30 hours, overtime a week just to afford the ridiculousness of
people say to me all the time,
Stop it.
Let me ask you a question. How do you sleep? I sleep well. You know why? Because I got an easy job.
Yeah. Yeah, I sleep good
I talk
too.
sports.
Sure.
All right. I mean, it's not that hard. Do I got to do sometimes in the morning and at night? Yes. So what?
Here's an interesting.
I'm talking sports. Look how I'm dressed. Come on.
It's an interesting name.
Don't tell anybody I said that.
On the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures, I haven't seen thrown around. The potential future coaches.
Yeah.
You think Nick Saban would coach in the NFL again? Anything to prove there?
There's no chance.
No chance.
That Shad Khan would hire a college guy.
Yeah. No, and I don't think Nick Saban, and for that reason, I wasn't even saying Jaguars. I just wonder, would he get into the fray?
No, he's in his 70s.
He's happy, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's digging it. Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Florida Gators, the PGA Tour, 15 different communities to serve you in the Jacksonville
Give it away,
location.
a
They're
free
everywhere.
home, and it's your Christmas raffle on the drill.
Just pay attention. The Jags have 6 games left this season. What will their record be? I would not go to 6-0, nor would I go to 0-6. But I will give you 4-2, 3-3, 2-4, and 1-5.
I'd say 2-4.
E.
2-4.
Yeah, you guys are the Jag fan is off the bandwagon. They know
1-5.
1-5, 60.9 with over 900 votes. They know. They know.
Part of that's a cynical answer, I believe. Because
here's the deal,
we've
Jeff.
gotten 2 to this point with the hardest part of the schedule.
Here's the deal.
You got 6 left.
Ain't no guarantees 16's coming back.
Well, that would be different. Then
There's a very, I don't care what Doug says, like he hasn't heard of any surgery and stuff.
No, that's out there.
I get a sense that there is a chance here that the organization and Trevor, and they'll have a sit-down discussion, decide that there's no point in playing because we need to start focusing on 2025, and we need him available. When do you got to be ready for 2025 as a player? March? Is that when you get on the fields?
Yeah,
OTAs
I think so.
and such.
Probably about maybe April, but around that time. I think
that's
probably
when they
for the first
gather
time.
back. They get January, February off. We'll be done early this year. So if that happens, heck yeah, 1-5's in play.
Here's a good point.
Yeah.
Thank God we didn't have that game on Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Could you
Lord.
imagine the embarrassment if we lost?
Oh, we cried and
52-6?
complained. And
We did. It should have been us. This is the only opportunity. Why should we lose 52-6 on Thanksgiving in front of everyone? We already did at Buffalo. We already lost that Monday nighter at Buffalo. What a joke, man. Let's go to break and
Hold
talk
on one
about something
second.
positive.
Get
the Doring report.
Oh, yeah, we got
fired
Doring.
up.
There we go. That's right. Okay. All right. Dreamfinders Homes, 2.99% interest rate. Dreamfindershomes.com. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you, especially you first-time homeowners. Yeah, Chris Doring's next. Is that cool?
He is.
He got his bet paid off yesterday. He's a happy man.
I'm not sure what it is, so I'll learn along with the rest of them on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
I'm sorry, but I got to give you these stats. These are stunners, man. If you go back and look at this 3-game stretch that the Jags have had, they managed 528 yards of offense. 528. That's the fewest in a 3-game stretch in franchise history. 528. Oh, yeah. They also gave up 1,494 yards in those 3 losses to Philly, Minnie, and Detroit. The most in a 3-game stretch in franchise history. Did you hear me correctly? They got the worst offense of all time and the worst defense. But other than that, things are going swimmingly. And that's your Duval Minute. Brought to you by our friends at Lift Power, who are always on the lookout for winners, experienced lift, truck, and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. The benefits are unheard of. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. It's a rapidly growing business, proudly serving the Jacksonville area for more than 50 years. They're family-owned and operated, man. Great folks over there, and they're giving you the opportunity to be part of the family. Listen, it's up to you. I'm just getting you to the water. You got to drink it. Learn more by going to liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Have breakfast with 1010XL on game day. What's that supposed to mean? It's a game day buffet.
That smells good. What is that?
It's the Terminix Kickoff Show. Presented by Clearwater Irrigation and Gatorade. 5 hours before kickoff on 1010XL.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think kind of the same way, right? We look at those monthly premiums and go, man, we pay a lot of money. If something happens, we need you. You best be there. And that's what the Kaproskis do. They're always there for us. I speak from experience. Craig and Chris Kaproski do a fantastic job over at Goosehead Insurance. And, man, I mean, it's called customer service. They don't take it lightly, man. Something happens, you call them. They get you your answers right away, okay? They help you, all right? If they don't answer, they call you right back. All right? And I speak from experience on this. And whether it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat, small business, the Kaproskis are always there for you at your time of need. Get an insurance checkup today. It's easy to get a hold of Craig.Kaproski at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaproski, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I, goosehead.com, or call 478-8422. That's 478-8422. That's Craig and Chris Kaproski, part of the Goosehead Insurance family and part of our family as well.
Hi, Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinder's Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinder's Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinder's home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinder's Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
What's happening, fellas? It's your boy E.T. here, and we all know that athletes train every day to perform on the field, right? Well, what if I could enhance your performance in the bedroom? No training required. That's right. I'm talking about that secret weapon, Blue Chew, a chewable tablet with the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and Staxin that ships right to your door in a discreet package. No doctor's visits and no trips to the pharmacy. It's all online. Their licensed medical providers work with you to find the right prescription. They also have Daily Tag that contains 7 essential vitamins. It's chewable too, and now you can try Blue Chew for free on me. Just visit BlueChew.com and use my promo code 1010XL. You don't have to pay $5 shipping. Turn that oh no into that oh yeah. That promo code again is 1010XL, and let your boy hook you up with some Blue Chew. Get your confidence back. Visit BlueChew.com.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners. Financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Bet live with Hard Rock Bet. Real-time wagering till the very last play. Missing the kickoff doesn't mean all bets are off.
Delay a game on the guy who hasn't bet yet.
Sometimes you just know your team is going to come back. The sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Truck drivers. Without them, our economy would stop. They're constantly racing against time, struggling against exhaustion, and being put under enormous pressure from their bosses, the big trucking companies. This can be a major reason for an accident. Discovering who's at fault can be difficult. We can help. Put our big truck experience to work for you. Call Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
Stay in touch with the stars of Coral Gables.
From South Beach to Jax Beach, stay on A1A for the latest from Miami on the Hurricane Report.
Brought to you by Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
On 1010XL.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
Jaguars fans, want to meet some of your favorite players? Coke Florida, Publix Supermarkets, and the Jags are giving you the chance. Join 1010XL at Publix, 170 Village Commons Drive, St. Augustine, Tuesday, November 19th at 5. For autographs, pictures, raffles, and more. Get off the sidelines and get to Publix to grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or any of your favorite Coca-Cola beverages using Publix digital app. The Jaguars and Coke Florida. There's magic when we cheer together at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Mueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Our first
first contestant, a stay-at-home gymnast from Jacksonville, Florida. It's Gwendolyn Pierce.
Thank you, Monty. I don't know who installed my air conditioner, but it hasn't had a tune-up in over 3 years. Am I cool?
Let's ask our expert judging panel. Judges? Oh, I'm sorry, Gwendolyn. You're not cool. Johnny, tell her why.
That's right. To keep your air conditioner performing at its best, you need a skilled technician to check your pressures, voltages, and air filters in the fall and the spring. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, our club members get 2 free visits a year to make sure that you are cool.
Can you tell me if my haircut is sexy?
You're better off not asking.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it.
He played wide receiver and wore number 28 for the head ball coach with over 2,000 yards and 31 touchdowns for the Gators. His teammates called him Captain Doe. He's now an analyst for SEC Network. And here on The Drill, Chris Dorman.
Brought to you by Farrah & Farrah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, it just sounds a little better.
Clang! Clang!
Sounds better.
Simples guy.
It looks better. Chris Doring had his guy, Peter Worms, or whatever his name is, dressed in a
Peter Burns eats worms.
Dressed in a Gator marching band outfit.
Nice. You make you play the cymbals?
Finally, Chris Doring.
They can playing those cymbals.
I was most happy for you as I thought about this victory.
I did. It is a sickness. I did think about you literally as they won the game, as one of the offshoots, one of the sidebar thoughts.
You know what's funny about that is that when Jaden Baugh ran that touchdown in to clinch the ball game, that my phone blew up with texts from everybody that was thinking about me in that moment. So 6 long bets that I've had to suffer through, and finally got the monkey off my back. Man, it was fun for not only me, but I think the Gator fans in general. I mentioned that I think the pent up emotion that everybody had.
Oh man.
Just from watching on television, that it was a kind of a cathartic celebration all at the same time, man.
There's a lot of offshoots here, but it was a glorious night in the swamp, and I think that's who I was most happy for. Those Gator fans that go every game, they just looking for one of those. Listen, I know LSU isn't the world champions or anything, but listen, just to get a win over a ranked team and 90,000 at night. It was just, I know that they were just all coming out of there so happy, and this is the same LSU program that, went into these chants a week ago on the college game day. It sucks to be a Florida Gator. When they were getting ready to play Alabama, they just attacked us. So we don't forget. We don't forget. So it was great. It was a great night. And then you turn to the program and DJ Lagway, and you think about this kid, and I got to tell you, Chris, I think the sky's the limit for this kid.
I do too, and it's I think we all kind of feel a little cautiously optimistic as he signed with Florida and he gets here. You know how many times guys are hyped up and really end up being what we think they're going to be. I mean, I think Tim Tebow was kind of the exception to the rule, because not only did he live up to the hype, he exceeded it at Florida. I think people are ready to kind of buy in, and the reason is, I picked Florida to win the game because I thought that Lagway coming back, once the announcement of him starting, he'd be able to take advantage of that defense the way that Marcel Reed did, the way that Jalen Milroe did, the way that Lenore Sellers did, running the football. He didn't have a single carry. If you'd have told me that he was going to stand in the pocket, throw the football only, I would have said Florida probably loses by double digits. And I just think, you mentioned the sky's the limit. He completed 50% of his passes. So it's not a great passer rating, but in terms of the ones that he did hit, where he knows where he's going with the football, he's got great touch, he can drop it in there. And then he also has the ability to slide in the pocket. I think that's one of the things that impressed me the most. People that hurt hamstring, he's able to elude the rush and able to step up. That touchdown the big throw he made to Elijah Badger down to the 1 yard line. That it just reminded me a lot of that Tennessee throw where he had to climb in pocket and then made a great throw. And just I think as he gets more comfortable in the offense and continues to play, that completion percentage is going to go way up. He'll get healthy and have the ability to run too. I'm with you. I think the sky's the limit for him.
Well, look, here's the reality, too. You mentioned the completion percentage can only be about 50-50, but I would equate it to being a three-point shooter. I mean, if a three-point shooter goes 50-50, he's getting, it's his effective shooting percentage is much higher. And what I mean by that is when this guy completes a pass, it's often 20, 30, 40 yards downfield. You know what, Chris, has happened? I'm going to, at least for this brief moment in time, I reserve the right to throw the word back on or even erase it after this Saturday. But I'm going to erase cautiously from cautiously optimistic. I'm optimistic. Florida has, for the first time in 4 years, they are leveling up as the season goes on. They're getting better as the season goes on. Twice now, I think I can say that Billy Napier has coached and won the most thorough game of his Gator career. The first I thought was UCF, just a cleanly coached, blah, ho-hum, go win the game. And to a degree, we did it against LSU. Now, there is this. They were on the field, the whole game, LSU's offense. Bend but don't break only works until you break. And so that can be dangerous. But you feel like overall a leveling up is occurring that has not taken place, quite frankly, the past few years.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing is not only has Florida not leveled up in the past few years, they've fallen off a cliff. I mean, 2 years ago we had that big win over South Carolina and then lose our last 4 ball games in the month of November. Limp to the finish line last year, kind of the same thing with a potential opportunity to get bowl eligible against Florida State with their third string quarterback in there at the end of the ball game, and we can't find a way to get that one done. So again, I'm feeling I'll throw the cautious back in because if you go out and lay an egg against Ole Miss and Florida State, you end up at 5 wins again, then it's a disappointment. But I think, we'd be remiss not to talk about the leveling up of the defense as well. The defense, it was embarrassing in the first couple weeks of the season when we lose to Miami and Texas A&M. We get pushed around on both lines of scrimmage. I can't even sit here and explain to you how we improved on the offensive and defensive lines because it doesn't make sense at all. I mean, that LSU offensive line had only given up 6 sacks on the season. 7 on the day. We had 11 tackles for loss. I mean, you look at the way that Tyreek Sapp played. Look at Shamar James. I mean, George Gumbs continues to be impressive. Jack Piper is one of my favorite players on that team. I mean, there are a lot of players that are just stepping up and owning the line of scrimmage, which is something we have not been able to say in a long time. I don't know if it has to do with the change in the strength and conditioning staff. I don't know if it has to do with some sort of adjustment in terms of the way that the scheme is being executed. But the line of scrimmage play is considerably better, and if you can keep that going and you have a quarterback, again, I'm cautiously optimistic about the future.
That's a great point because that defense was on the field a lot on Saturday.
There's some depth,
and they seemed to get better as the game went on. They accumulated those sacks more so in the second half. They really dominated, and LSU's offensive line has allegedly 2 first-round picks. You mentioned the statistics. They had given up the least amount of sacks. And by the way, now they're tied with Florida for giving up. So the Florida offensive line has gotten better too. It truly is just kind of amazing, really, quite frankly. I mean,
from where they were.
Yeah.
This guy was fired after Texas A&M. I don't know if it got, and again, to Chris's point, it could ebb and flow. Ole Miss, I don't think. If you lose to FSU, that's it. We're done. I mean, FSU is a high school team, so that's why I say the cautiously is off. I am fully expectant that they'll beat FSU by 3 touchdowns, go to a bowl, and then hopefully see if this carries over. Chris, I want to talk about it seems also, when you're talking about young guys are making plays, and granted, receivers especially are old and they're going to have to go, but man, a lot of the guys we all see flashing and flying around and making plays offensively and defensively are freshmen and sophomore, at most juniors. I mean, they're bringing a lot back, and I don't want to go ahead and look ahead to next year, but along that process of leveling up, that adds to your cautiousness.
you think they're bringing a lot back now with the transfer portal? We don't know for
fair.
And I'm again be cautiously optimistic that one of the reasons why you make that announcement if you're Scott Strickland is to try to keep the team together as you go forward. The recruiting seems to be crescendoing now with between that announcement and the recruits that were in the swamp on Saturday night. You're getting some big time flips. We'll have to see how they do when they get to the finish line there. But you're right. I think a lot of the production is from freshmen and sophomores, and I think that is the reason why Scott Strickland made that announcement. But you go back to the injuries, man. How many times did we come on here and we're talking about, man, it was a great effort, but this guy was hurt or that guy was hurt. Like, you've had guys that have had to play because of injury that have gotten not only great experience but have become productive players. So you get all of those guys back and the benefit of the experience factor. I mean, we haven't even talked about Trey Wilson. I mean, Trey Wilson hadn't been around for a couple weeks now. Largely hadn't been healthy the whole season. So you get him back too. I mean, Jaden Baugh, you discover because of the injury to Montrell Johnson. I mean, there's so many different young players have shown what their capabilities are and gotten that experience. I mean, look, did you see the comparisons the other day of numbers on the season heading into Saturday between Jaden Baugh and Trevor Etienne?
Yep,
I mean,
same.
Mirror images of one another. And I look at what they've accumulated in talent at the running back position. I look at, the history of this coaching staff and the transfer portal. You saw it on Saturday. You saw DK, you saw Badger. I mean, those are another two receivers that they've got in the transfer portal. Ricky Pearsall before that. I mean, going back, these guys do a good job of evaluating talent. So not only if you think they can keep the young guys together and sprinkle in some good, well-fitting pieces through the portal as well, I mean, it makes you even more optimistic.
Well, here comes the Lane Train on Saturday at high noon, and that's a little step up. They're really a good football program, and they like to throw the ball all over the yard. So, and the odds, I again, give Vegas credit, man. I was stunned at LSU just being a 3.5-point favorite. Ole Miss more, 10.5?
10.5, yeah.
So, give me a quick little thumbnail sketch on Ole Miss, Florida.
No, we just went all in on the offensive line. They are going to be tested, as everybody knows. I mean, that defensive front, 5 sacks of Carson Beck a couple weeks ago. Princely Emmanuel returns to the swamp there. So I feel like we've been doing that all year long, facing former players that are now on other teams. Etienne a couple weeks ago, Scooby Williams back at A&M. So you get a chance to I think about what could have been with all these other guys that are playing elsewhere now that are big-time starters if we could have kept them. But, it's funny because Ole Miss, you mentioned the Lane Train. It's typically been about offense, but this team is about defense.
Right.
And they do a really good job on the line of scrimmage, so Florida will have their hands full there. They have not run the ball very well, though, so I'm anxious to see if Florida can try to contain Jackson Dart because he does have the ability to run. But they have probably the deepest group of wide receivers in the conference, and Trey Harris for them has been out for multiple weeks. If he's back healthy again, I mean, Jordan Watkins, they got Caden Lee, they got a couple tight ends, so there's a ton of weapons. Our secondary is going to be tested, but if you can have a similar performance by the defensive line and they can go in and create a little pressure and penetration there, they are a little bit one-dimensional, and so it'll be interesting to see how much that defensive line can help protect the secondary because they are going to be challenged by a very deep, talented group of wide receivers.
Before we go, you want to sort out those 10-2 teams that we may have in the SEC and tell me who's going to be left out and who's going to get in if that all kind of comes to fruition?
No, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a challenge. I mean, we eliminated one of them with Missouri falling to South Carolina.
Yeah.
That was. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see that game. That was one of the more entertaining games of the season in the conference. But,
yeah. South Carolina, by the way, is kicking themselves a little bit over. They could be right in that hunt too.
South Carolina's kicking themselves and also kicking the officiating.
Well,
back in that LSU game.
Yes.
But they're one of the teams. It's probably top 5 teams you don't want to play right now with how well they've improved. I mean, it's the job Shane Beamer has done is impressive. But yeah, I think Tennessee could be in trouble tonight when the college football playoff rankings come out. They probably fall to the area that Georgia was in, and I don't know if they have a whole lot left that they can do to improve their resume. Vanderbilt at the end of the season So I think what has been the norm this year in the SEC are upsets. But if it's going to take some upsets to kind of clear this picture up, because I have no idea what the tiebreakers are to get to Atlanta.
Right.
I'm feeling. I think Texas probably loses to Texas A&M in the finale of their season. That'll add another 2 losses.
Oh, that would be good.
I read all the scenarios. Don't do it. It'll just give you a headache, man. Unless you have a team that's in it and you want to find out how your team can get in. There's so many teams and so many scenarios that by the time you get to reading all the scenarios, you won't remember what they are. So we'll just let the chaos ensue.
You're right. A couple big games this weekend. Auburn hosts Texas A&M, and that's a very fishy line. If you go look at that one, it's Auburn a slight underdog, I think, there in that one. And then Kentucky goes to Austin. I think that would be one to keep your eye on because that offensive line for Texas, I think, is a little bit untested. And with Kentucky getting healthy up front, they have some guys that can maybe give them a little bit of a test to see where they are. But those are two games I think that could help shape the picture as we head into the final week.
Yeah, that'll shape SEC and also playoff. There's a few games on the national schedule that they can have playoff implications that you're not look at them that way. Like Colorado's go to Kansas. Kansas is hot and playing better. BYU's got to go to Arizona State. You look at these as sure wins that might not be. Anyway, we'll talk with Chris again next week. We'll see how Ole Miss goes. And as always, we appreciate it, and congratulations for getting off the schneid.
Hey, he looked good in that University of Florida fighting Gator band.
He did. I love that. Yeah. All right, buddy. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, guys.
There he goes, Chris Doring. Yeah, SEC Network. Nobody does it better than Chris. Outstanding analyst for those guys. We'll take a break. Keep it rolling right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
It's the time of year all our customers love. At Garber Auto Mall, every 2024 must go. Take advantage of thousands in discounts on all new Chevy, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there's always a little room for wiggle.
Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Hey, Hicken here for Lockhart Construction. That's a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart's dad started the company way back when. Shane, his dad, his guys all from here taking care of people who live here. People like the Hickens. We've used Lockhart Construction numerous times. We got one last big project coming up for them. Listen, their family gives your family a better living experience. I think you unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. Why? They're fast, friendly, they're affordable, they're clean, and the work is immaculate. I mean, it really is. And they get the job done, They did the siding on Drew's house. Unbelievable job. Out there on a Saturday morning one time when I went over there, I said, what do you guys get it done? Oh, okay. So if you have a construction need or a model idea, I can't speak highly enough about Shane Lockhart and his guys. Give him a call, 994-3865. He'll call you back. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction, 994-3865.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here. Let me tell you a little something that dawned on me last week. Awaken 180 isn't just about weight loss. Obviously, that's the main goal. It was for me anyway. Other people see me now, they comment, hey, you're looking great. I tell them it's Awaken 180, and they ask more questions. My answers are simple. When you start eating better, when your body starts operating more efficiently, your numbers, I'm talking about your medical numbers now, they're going to start to look better. I went to my doctors last week to get a biomedical screening. They check out everything. Guess what? My good cholesterol is in the right range. My bad cholesterol is in the right range. Whatever the heck triglycerides are, they're in the right range as well. And it's all thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. Have a goal? Maybe goals, plural? Awaken 180 can lay out the roadmap to help you reach them, like they've done with all of us here at 1010XL. Call 844-346-1800 or schedule your consultation online at awaken180weightloss.com.
I'm Sawyer, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the crispy chicken filet. The seasoning is so satisfying. It's what I needed, but I didn't know that I needed it. You get the toasted bun and the delicious crispy chicken. They add this fun mix with that zesty pickle. It's bold and tasty. I would give it an A+. What's not to love? The holidays are all about being together and eating together.
Sandwich in some together time this holiday. Order the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich today. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
I've been telling you about the premium luxury storage that's coming in Atlantic Beach. Spots are open now for purchase. Need to get in on this. What are the reasons for purchasing a unit here at the Shed? Well, there are plenty of them. Who's it for? Well, if you're running out of room at home for your cars, toys, extras, it's a place where you can store and work on projects. You got large RV, fifth wheels. You want premier indoor storage for your investment. Maybe you don't live locally, have a place to keep your Florida things. Maybe you're between houses, looking to move to Atlantic Beach, temporary, long-term storage in that manner. Maybe you got long-term projects going on. You want to leave parts out, do frame-up, restorations. Maybe it's a man cave hangout, watch games, have a golf simulator. Business owners, I mean, the uses are endless. Premium uses with premium storage for premium possessions to be valued and protected. Go to theshed.com and schedule your appointment today or call 555-3195. It's theshedjacks.com. That's theshedjacks.com.
Jaguars fans, want to meet some of your favorite players? Coke Florida, Publix Supermarkets, and the Jags are giving you the chance. Join 1010XL at Publix, 170 Village Commons Drive, St. Augustine, Tuesday, November 19th at 5. For autographs, pictures, raffles, and more, get off the sidelines and get to Publix to grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or any of your favorite Coca-Cola beverages using Publix digital app. The Jaguars and Coke Florida. There's magic when we cheer together at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Florida's weather is unpredictable. Don't let the Epic Chill catch you off guard. For reliable heating services, call Epic Cool Heating and Air. Keep your home cozy all season long. Call 904-859-EPIC. 904-859-3742.
There's something special about football under the Friday night lights.
Clear eyes, full hearts.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Friday Night Lights.
Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
When it comes to towing products, your safety on the road is the priority at Cannons of Jacksonville. Whether it's a heavy-duty tow hitch, trailer frame, wiring, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons has decades of experience to ensure your towing setup is installed with precision and reliability. Visit cannonsofjacks.com to explore a range of products and schedule your installation. Cannons of Jacksonville, your trusted partner for a smoother tow.
Stop letting high-interest debt weigh you down. Pay it all off in days thanks to Loan Pronto's new Rapid Equity Loan. Hey, it's Prosser here. Imagine a completely hassle-free way to cash out your home equity. No appraisals, no paperwork, no waiting. Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan uses an AI-driven tech to get you approved for cash in as little as one day. One client got $100,000 approved in under 24 hours, wiped out their debt, launched a home improvement project, and is now saving over $1,000 a month. Instant approvals, low fixed rates, fast transfers. Get cash to consolidate all your debt and get a fresh start to the new year. Call Loan Pronto now and see how much you qualify for. Imagine this time next week, you can be credit card debt-free. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. That's 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781 on approved credit, MLS, consumeraccess.org.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, assistant team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jag head coach Doug Peterson, the blame game stops with him.
I think you got to be really, really careful when you start pointing fingers at certain people. Going through what we're going through, you're pointing a finger. And if it's going to be pointed, it needs to be pointed at me.
Jag head coach also gave an update on the status of wideout Gabe Davis.
He is going to miss the rest of the season. It is confirmed that I hate it for him. He's battled through some injury this season, but he'll miss the remainder of the year.
For the last 6 games, tight end Evan Ingram is clear about what needs to be done.
Wins. Go earn some wins. Let's go earn some wins. We got 4 division games left. We got to go win.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Dialed up.
Nah, but yeah,
Hey!
yeah. Like, way beyond, like, earlier.
Hey, sports concepts and rationalizations. I call it a prize pack. You call it razzle dazzle. What are we handing out after the drill?
After the drill, I'm giving away free bowl, some lunch for 2 at Flame Broilers.
All right, let's lower
Any location.
Let's lower the lights here, and I'm going to get mystical.
Oh, lower the lights.
I'm going to have to ask
you. Don't mind, please.
I'm going to have to ask
a
you
little
to
mood music, please.
transport yourself back in time. Okay, and as best you can, because you can't always conjure up the exact raw emotional feel that you have at the time. It never seems as bad as it felt at the time, but I want you to answer this as accurately as you can. Who in your mind was more plucked, stuffed, cooked, and done? Billy Napier after a home loss to Texas A&M, or Doug Peterson on the flight back from Detroit? Or are they the same sense of inevitability?
I would say Napier.
Who's the coach of the Florida Gators today and will be again next year?
Napier.
Just saying, man. In sports, stuff can come and go and die and real quick. And we had a conversation also. I'm not afraid to say we're not on Coach Watch, but, man, if you're going to change one of the two for me, and I don't particularly think either one deserves to be back, I'd get rid of the GM before the coach.
Yeah. I see your guy Bronny's been tearing up the G League. 2 of 10 last night. Couple assists.
LeBron has the most clutch threes all time.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, LeBron's great. No denying that.
He's one of the best ever. He's on Mount Rushmore. I'm talking about that little rock that's next to him over there. I mean, we got 2 guys. J.D. Davison, 24-5-11, and Baylor Shearman, 24-8-4. And they ain't getting to the NBA.
Yeah.
But I got 4 points and 2 assists.
Well,
by the way, you remember
they're ripping him for not going on the road. You got Ryan Clark, in fact, ripping him for not, and they're right.
Yeah.
What are we doing? It's bad enough that you entitled the kid to a draft pick he didn't deserve. Now he doesn't have to go on the road like a normal person.
You know,
good Lord, man. E, are you still okay with all this?
Hold on, man.
This is still okay as a
He's
nod.
okay.
This is still okay as a nod to LeBron. We're gonna keep kissing the ring. At what point?
E. It's time to be released.
I mean, come on.
You killed me with that 2 and 10, though.
Hey, E.
Yeah.
What did the doc say about your knee?
Man, I got bursitis, man.
Bursitis? What's he, 1,000?
You got gout too, brother?
What else you got, man? A goiter in there?
Oh, my God. So I want to defend Brian.
Arthritis?
I want to defend Brian Kelly for just a second.
Okay.
Because they all, the fans, everybody, LSU.
He's an easy guy to turn on quick.
Yeah,
He
they
just has
hate
that
Brian
look.
Kelly,
Yeah.
right?
Do they? Is that where they are?
Yeah.
They're
And they-
ready to get a new guy.
Oh, yeah. And they
That's
were.
I told you that was coming there.
They were lighting him up for the way he talked to the kid, the Hilton kid, the receiver.
Okay.
All right.
You're blanking uncoachable. That one?
Yes.
Did you look at the John Boy?
Yes.
I haven't seen it. Is it
Yes.
good?
Yes.
Does it tell a different story?
I would feel the same way if I was Brian Kelly. This kid jumps for every freaking pass. He won't run through. He jumps and jumps. He says, "Why are you bleeping jumping?" He does. Are you?
It's like a nervous tick or something. Like he doesn't even know he's doing it, man.
It's ridiculous.
So he'll run around, he'll stop, and he'll jump to the ball, no matter
even
what.
on like a bubble screen, he jumps. Stop jumping.
Huh.
And he keeps doing it.
So he's walking off the sideline
and he did it again. And by the way, they had him out there. If he ran through it, he might have got it. Right?
Okay.
So you're better. Who the bleep do you think you are? You better be. Are you? What do you say to him?
You're bleeping uncoachable is what he told him.
He said, "Why do you keep jumping? I told you to stay on your feet. Don't walk away from me.
Yeah.
You better be bleeping coachable.
Yeah.
Who the bleep do you think you are?"
Those are awful. I'll stop when I hear
then
something.
John Boy goes back and shows like 6, 7 different examples of this dude jumping.
Yeah.
So obviously it's been an issue.
And the player went at him too, right? Or was that a different player?
No.
There was a player that was kind of, or maybe he was jawing at one of his other teammates. I didn't see that part. That I never took. I thought even as he was doing it on the sideline, I didn't take that. Didn't bother me. I thought that,
I get it.
Yeah.
Sports concepts and rationalization. So the Kansas City Chiefs. This is about acquired Joe Montana late in his career. They went to an AFC title game. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
They lost to the Bills.
Yeah. Tampa got Tom Brady late in his career.
Mm-hmm.
They went to a Super Bowl.
Won the Super Bowl.
And won it. Jets got Aaron Rodgers late in his career.
You forgot Peyton Manning in Denver. Won a Super Bowl.
In Denver. Jets get Aaron Rodgers late in his career.
And a big old
They're worse than when they had Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's not unbelievable at all. That guy's a wackadoodle, and his, he has handled this thing. He's just gone untethered, man, just unchecked. They let that guy just go and say and do whatever. No one calls him on anything.
One other
blame someone else every week. It has been so weak. It's not been a good exit.
Terrible team. One other note, your guy. Broken fibula, torn ACL, torn LCL, torn meniscus, torn hamstring, torn Achilles.
Who's my guy?
Who am I?
All in one play?
No.
Oh, just in his career.
Broken fibula, torn ACL.
In his career?
Yeah, torn LCL, torn meniscus, torn hamstring, torn Achilles, and I'm playing at a high level right now. Who am I?
Mixon?
He's one of your guys.
What do you mean? One of my fantasy guys? Oh, one of the Falcons guys?
No.
Oh, Dobbins?
Dobbins.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
I mean, you got to give that guy a tip of the cap.
Wow.
Man. Huh?
Yeah. Easy to be, and ironically, it's the Gus Edwards hadn't really done much for them.
Broken fibula, torn ACL, torn LCL, torn meniscus, torn hamstring, torn Achilles, and torn ACL.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah,
God
every
bless
year
him.
at Baltimore, he'd play 3 games and go down for the year.
I mean, that's incredible, man.
And that's a big part of the Chargers story, that he has stayed healthy.
Uh-huh.
He's been a big part. I'll tell you another big part with the loss by the Cowboys last night.
Uh-huh.
This Joe Mixon, what a signing.
Yeah, see, we give the Giants a lot of grief for letting Saquon go.
Yeah.
The Bengals, you know what? If I'm Joe Burrow, seriously, man, Mr. Brown, you got to stop being cheap, man. You've ruined the season, man. Jamar's in a bad place. Hendrickson wanted to get paid. All these guys, man, you got to pay these dudes. Why do the Niners pay them? You're Joe Burrow. You're like, I'm on the stinking Bengals. I'm trying my butt off here. We're 4-7.
Yeah, but it's not the offense's fault.
I know, but
Chase Brown's been very good. Chase Brown had a game this week that Joe Mixon would have had.
Yeah.
I get it. It's one of those where it's a great pickup. I don't know if it killed the Bengals doing it, especially because of those other financial
there's a
reasons.
cumulative effect.
Maybe.
It's kind of like the Jags at a much lower level, but you get rid of Cam. Who do the Jags have on their offensive line, Jeff Prosser? Like going forward, like next year, who's the Jags offensive line?
Anton.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the whole line?
Yeah, like go over the line for me for a second.
Well, we definitely need to draft some young interior linemen.
Yeah, who do we got?
Nothing there. They're all old veterans.
I mean,
Ezra Cleveland is
Okay.
a
Yeah,
part
Ezra.
for the name.
Okay.
It's still, and that's a good one. That's a good left guard.
He's okay.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Are you going to pay Walker Little?
I think I don't know
to be your left tackle.
I think you're. I think you will try and keep. Hadn't the line been okay?
It's been better than.
I mean, isn't the line okay? It's been like
it's been
it's
all
gone from bottom of the league to top 20.
We can't run the ball, but I don't know why. We can't run the ball.
Yeah, I think ETN must be hurt. I mean, I was hard on him yesterday, but he is just like a shell of what.
What
was
has he done
exciting
this
about him.
year?
Nothing, man.
Yeah.
He can't break a play.
And if one more person asks me, do you think, Dan, that the ETN fumble against Miami,
the coach
that,
said that.
Yeah, let me tell you something. That would be we would be the weakest.
Well, and we are
weakest mental team in the history of the NFL.
Well, see, 52-6.
Yeah.
Dude,
but anyway, back to the O-line.
Okay.
Morse has been around a long time. You know,
he's
Sheriff.
only 31, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't
think
know.
Morse is going to be your center for the length of the contract that he signed.
Okay, let's hope so.
And I think he's been pretty good. I think the O-line has been okay.
Morse is 32.
Trevor hasn't been sacked that much.
No.
I mean, they've been okay.
I'm just telling you, going forward.
I mean, of late.
There's a lot of decisions to be made.
Yeah.
Brandon Sheriff, is he going to come back again?
Yeah,
Does Mitch Morse want to keep playing? You got Anton Harrison. Are you going to keep Walker Little? Literally, you could have 2 guys back next year. 5, and who's behind them?
And that might
in other words, when one of those guys goes down, which inevitably they will, who comes up?
Okay, and this is
the one guy you liked was Cooper Hodges, and he's hurt.
This is a perfect get-off point for why you absolutely, unequivocally, without a doubt, got to get a new guy picking players.
Right.
You can fill in 3 off the right free agent signee at right guard, the right draft pick at for left guard or wherever at number at 3rd round.
Right.
He gets the wrong ones.
The wrong ones.
He drafts the wrong ones. It just does. There's
Signs
no way
the wrong
around
ones
it.
and drafts
He's
the
not
wrong
good at drafting talent. After round 1, he's been okay, and he's best picking 20 to 32.
Right.
Where the pressure is off, and he's Harrison was a good pick and Thomas a good pick, but even those guys aren't superstars. They're just starters on a 2-11, 2-9 team. Neither one of those guys are going to the Pro Bowl this year.
The perfect example, and there's so many of when you compare, because the Lions are a great franchise to look at because we go back to 2021.
And I think the Texans can almost do the set. We can almost look at them, and they came from nowhere.
We go from 2021, and we look at, they hired Campbell, we hired Meyer. 7 new coaches were hired. The 2 who kept their jobs lost their press conferences. We made fun of Campbell. We giggled. We laughed. We said he won't
bite their kneecaps.
Yeah. And Sirianni was like, oh, my God, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And now they may face each other in the NFC title game. All the other 5 are all gone.
Or will be.
Artie Smith gone, Urban gone. They're all been fired.
Yeah.
No, all the other coaches who were hired in 21 are not coaching right now.
It's kind of like it's a dastardly year because it's the same thing with the first-round quarterbacks. Trevor, the only one on the same team, the only one with a second contract. Wilson, Fields, Jones, none of them.
In 2023, the Lions drafted in the 2nd round Brian Branch, who looks like not just a Pro Bowler, like an all-pro football player.
And we took
in
Brenton
2024, in our 2nd round, we took Mason Smith, who couldn't get on the field Sunday, and we can't find a spot for him on a defensive line that got annihilated. Like when we talk about the offensive line, who's good on the defensive line for the Jags?
No one.
Who?
No one.
Yeah.
They have no good defensive linemen. Here's another thing, too.
In the interior, they told me we had huge depth there.
You know what's also wrong?
What do we got?
We also get bombarded with the insider takes from our own organization who they feed out that they really like. And how often do we say that? The team really likes Devon Hamilton. It's time to, whenever you hear the team really likes, to say, oh, no, we're screwed. Because whatever the team really likes is no good. The team really likes. They tell us this guy's this and that guy's that, and this guy's got great ball skill and this guy's that, and they're 2-9.
You know the term, Jeff, tell everybody listening the term sister city. What's a sister city?
It's when you have back in the day, it was like a city in another part of the world, and like I think ours at one point was like St. Petersburg, Russia.
Okay.
Jacksonville's was. You have like they're a common. They're you, but in another world.
E and Jeff, I have a sister city nomination for Jacksonville.
Okay.
And
is it international or is it?
No,
it's domestic.
It's domestic.
Okay,
sort of.
Can I? Okay.
And I'm choosing Barrow, Alaska, and the reason why I'm choosing Barrow, Alaska, Jeff, is because yesterday the sun set in Barrow, Alaska, and it won't rise again until January 22nd. The sun set here in Jacksonville yesterday, and we don't need it to rise again until next year.
52.6.
You don't come back. The sun has set.
It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
641-1010.
That's brought to you by Mike Tyson.
He tell them what they're going to win.
Dust. We're all dust. My legacy doesn't mean anything.
Enjoy a free bowl for you and a friend from Flame Broiler at any Jacksonville location.
But in the dark.
904-641-1010.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
They may not make a lot of plays.
Good snap. Good hold.
But sometimes they make the most important play.
Best kickers in the league year in and year out.
Listen for the Crown Royal Special Teams Player of the Game on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken over Bow9 Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. Currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bow9. Visit Bow9 Associates today and experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused at Bow9. and Associates.
Who has the best lineup this season? Honda. Cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, hybrids, and electric. This is one of the greatest lineups Honda has ever had. And now is the best time to purchase or lease one. Visit your local Honda dealer now. Remember, only a Honda is a Honda.
Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. You got to just love this time of the year as we reflect on the things that matter most. Families, homes, the holidays, and of course, football. They're very grateful for you all, the good people of Jacksonville, and they want to thank you. So get ready for the holidays. Book today, and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning. This one fills up fast, so book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res, fill it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
When mice and rats show up in your space, they can be a real pain. You need them out fast before they have time to multiply. Terminix knows how to shut down rodents, and they'll keep them from coming back to wreak more havoc. When rodents show up, so do we. Don't live with a rodent problem. Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com.
Yo, what's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and our listeners have been killing it in a year full of surprises. My bookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does other sports books pay out when you push on a bet? My bookie pays you back. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Start up, use the promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit bonus right from jump. Here's a pro tip to get you rolling. The NFL teams with powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year, and betting game total unders has been printing money. So stack that on My Bookie Risk-Free Thursdays. That's right. There's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, MyBookie refunds you your money. Sign up and get that double deposit bonus with MyBookie. That's the best sign-up bonus in Florida for Florida bettors. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
If your IT, data security, and your office copiers are operating perfectly, you must have hired ABS, Advanced Business Solutions, as your technology partner.
Advanced Business Solutions.
Jaguars fans, want to meet some of your favorite players? Coke Florida, Publix Supermarkets, and the Jags are giving you the chance. Join 1010XL at Publix, 170 Village Commons Drive, St. Augustine, Tuesday, November 19th at 5. For autographs, pictures, raffles, and more. Get off the sidelines and get to Publix to grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or any of your favorite Coca-Cola beverages using Publix digital app. The Jaguars and Coke Florida. There's magic when we cheer together at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Now, the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Cam Little may be a rookie, but this season he has shown that no moment is too massive for him. In the first quarter, Little would knock down a career-long 59-yard field goal, giving Jacksonville a 3-0 lead with 9:36 left in the opening period. The Little field goal is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by First Coast YMCA. During his press conference, Gator head coach Billy Napier outlined the challenge Ole Miss presents.
Ole Miss has got playmakers on offense, obviously a veteran quarterback. Defensively, he's got some disruptive players up front. Overall, just a very veteran team.
The Seminoles are set to face Charleston Southern this weekend as the show must go on as the Seminoles near the end of the 2024 season. For head coach Mike Norvell, the changes are about moving forward.
As an entire group, everybody's excited for the opportunity to go get better, and that's what our focus is.
The win over LSU continues to have a rippling effect for the Florida football program. The Gators landed four-star defensive lineman, former Georgia Bulldog commit Stephon Shrivers, according to ESPN. The four-star defensive lineman is ranked the 24th best in the country at his position. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 8:07, it's 64 degrees. Your time and your tip is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Today's Power Poll is brought to you by Royal Pest Services Jacksonville.
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
Well, you know, I mean, 31 or 2.
Let's go live to Barrow, Alaska. Dan, are you up there? Yeah, it's dark.
Expect to see sunlight again in April, Jeff. Back to you.
Jeff, it's dark and I'm depressed. I'm drinking brown water.
Yeah.
It's a little early, Dan.
I say 32, man. 52-6, you got to be 32. It's a disservice to the Raiders to have them still below us.
32 teams in the NFL?
Yeah.
34.
That's a Luke Fortner plan. It's going to be a short and sad, hectic Power Poll week.
Yeah, I'm going to start before. I'm not going to go through all 32, but I'm going to start at the top today just because I got to build something here.
This is where they get all, it's the Bills. That's what they'll do.
Lions. The Detroit Lions are the number one team. Just beat the Jaguars 52-6. Oh, this isn't nice. Detroit beat the holy hell out of No, they didn't. Preseason hot seat.
I did see the word woeful a lot.
Preseason hot seat was wide receiver Jamison Williams for Detroit. Current temperature of the hot seat, cold.
He's been having a good year.
Yeah. The Chiefs are 2. The Bills are 3. The Eagles are 4.
Wow, look at the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Those seem like the best 4 teams.
How about the Steelers at 5? Deservedly so.
Yeah, if you had to say right now who you think the NFC and AFC championship games would be, I think I would go Philly, Detroit, and I would go Buffalo, Kansas City.
That's fine.
Right now.
Yeah. All right, let's go down to the bottom.
Most likely those will not be the matchups.
You both say 32. DAL. It's disgusting. It's not even funny.
It's amazing. It is amazing.
But the 32nd ranked team in the National Football League with a record of 2-8, the Las Vegas Raiders.
That's just wrong, dude.
Word. We play them in December. That could be a showdown.
They hate the poor Raiders, don't they?
What about Chu's always on the worst team?
He had one decent
last year he was, yeah.
And he was on the Eagles. They were good.
Yeah.
All right.
31.
He was on the Super Bowl team with the Eagles, wasn't he?
I don't know. No one knows.
No, yeah, well, I do know. Yeah, he was.
Why do you ruin my bit?
It's fact here. Fake news.
31 with a record of 2-8, the New York Football Giants. Preseason hot seat, Daniel Jones. Current temperature, hot seat, boiling.
Yeah, he's to the bench. Not just to the bench. I never understood this, too. Why do they put you all the way to the third quarterback, Hick? Like when they bench a starter. That makes no sense. Why would he be your third quarterback if you're going to bench him? So you're telling me you're so dumb that you've been playing your third best quarterback at quarterback?
No, they're in full-out tank mode.
Is that what it is?
Basically, they should have just come out and said, we're not planning on winning another game. Yeah. We're going to get as high a pick and get a quarterback.
All right.
Number 30 with a record of 2-9, your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, I still think they're getting grace to be there. They look like the worst team in the league to me. Again, they have two of the worst
record in the NFL.
Are the Bills? You said the Bills was our 7th worst loss,
yes.
and the 52-6 is the worst. Do we have the 2 worst losses in the league this year?
I don't know. It's a great question.
Has any team in history of the NFL given up touchdowns on 7 straight possessions?
What about the fact that we gave up 1,500 yards in these 3 games, the most we've ever given up, and we've accumulated 500 and whatever, the least we've ever accumulated?
You know what? It is grandiose stat, I could make it even worse and just limit it to 2.
Yeah.
It's 1,100 yards to 290.
Ooh.
I mean, before you had it 3 to 1. I can give you 5 to 1 if you just go the last 2. And of those 2, of course, we didn't have Trevor Lawrence.
Preseason hot seat was OC Press Taylor. Current temp hot seat boiling. To be fair, everyone's seat is boiling. Worst loss in franchise history. Taylor's offense behind Mac Jones has scored 13 points combined over the past 2 games. But Ryan Nielsen's defense gave up 645 and a franchise worst 52. The jobs of Coach Doug Peterson and GM Trent Baalke are in jeopardy as well. Could be a complete organizational reset when the season ends. Now it's when the season ends. I'm surprised that he didn't 86 the boys yesterday, but
yeah,
so be it. Again, I'm okay with it as long as there's a Black Monday in Jacksonville, because I'll tell you why. I'm all for letting, I'm not paying you guys to not work. You guys can keep working. You guys can twist it.
You want to do the walk of shame. Strip them naked and let them crawl through the streets, and let's all throw, rotten eggs at them. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah. We still play Team 27, the Jets, and Team 32, the Raiders, on the schedule.
But if he were...
Not that it matters. Bless you.
Thank you. If Shad were vindictive at all, he would tell Baalke, schedule a news conference and go explain yourself.
If Shad were what?
Like...
What did you just say?
Mean toward Baalke. What did I say something bad?
I thought you did.
Go kill it then. What did I say?
I don't know. Sounded like you
dump. I said a bad word?
It sounded like it, but I could have misheard it.
No, I said if he were intending to be mean to Baalke, what did I say? Oh boy. We're
gonna play that one back later.
I don't know. Did I?
Googans, did you hear it?
Did I say something bad?
It's too late now. It doesn't matter.
I don't think I would have. I didn't have anything profane on my mind or anything.
No, I probably misheard it.
Okay. You scared the crud out of me.
Well, it was good. It was like, what?
Yeah, no, I think now I forgot what I was even say. You throw me all.
You said Shot should make Baalke go talk.
Yeah, if he wanted to make him do the walk of shame. Yeah.
No, Trent Baalke should have a press conference.
Yeah, if he wanted to be mean to him, make him do the walk of shame. But we're not getting anything. They would have flooded us by now.
Oh yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't think there's anything. Scared me though. I'm like, did I just drop in like a casual bad word? That's not like me.
It sounded like
I said vindictive. I said vindictive.
Yeah, it was
and y'all are saying if he was trying to be a blank, and I said no, if he was being vindictive.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's why. That's why it didn't register with me because I didn't say anything at all. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, man.
I
heard that second syllable.
They're all coming.
I heard that second syllable.
Yeah, they're all saying vindictive. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's my bad.
Well, that's okay. No, there are those that heard it like you did, but that's not what I said. I said vindictive. So yeah. They said if Shad wanted to blank him, no, if Shad wanted to be vindictive is what I was saying.
I like that.
Yeah,
and he should. And he should.
But there are those that heard him. But y'all are bald-headed women people, so you're even more in the wrong.
Oh, they're saying they heard it too?
There are some that say they heard it, but yeah.
Okay.
But no, they said vindictive. I did say vindictive. That's why I didn't even know where you were coming from. Like, I don't have any, sometimes, if you're ranting or raving, and it would always be a mild one. Like, I would never be afraid that, some super swear word would come.
Did you see this anomaly in college football?
There have been a lot, but tell me the latest.
Can you tell me there are 4 colleges. I proudly got them. I was proud of myself yesterday in the sports office.
I could, by the way, probably get away with saying that had I said that in today's day. I think you can say that. I wouldn't. I think it's off color, but I think you could probably say that and not get fired if I did say the bad part. I mean, it seems like it's on TV, doesn't it? I don't know. Anyway.
In fact, I'm going to ask E this question because I think you'll get it.
Let's go back to,
and then maybe you can help him.
Okay.
There are 4 colleges that have the nickname Owl.
All right.
E, can you get any of the 4?
Temple.
That's 1. Very nice.
Who else is an owl? That might be the only one I got is Temple.
All right, Jeff, can you clean that up?
There's one in State.
Oh, yeah, FIU, right?
FAU.
No, FAU. Okay.
There is one in Houston, Texas.
Yep.
Rice.
Okay.
Rice Owls.
Rice. Okay.
Rice Owls.
Yep.
And then the 4th one is the one I was most proud about.
You knew it already?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You were able to get it?
Yeah.
The question was 4?
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's just some like Vermont or some northeastern. No, it's not.
Vermont's like the Spiders or something. Right?
It has a connection.
Catamounts is Vermont.
It has a connection
So it's like the spotted owls?
No.
Oh, okay.
It has a
literally
connection.
the owls.
It's the owls.
Okay.
It has a connection to schools here.
What do you mean here?
There's a connection with schools, colleges here in Jacksonville with the 4th owl team.
Connections. It's they play in
A-Sun?
Yeah, they play in the A-Sun. Yeah. Who plays? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the Owls.
Kennesaw State.
I was going to say Kennesaw State.
Feeling down and dirty, feeling kind of mean. But here's the anomaly. If you're coaching football for the Owls, you got fired this year.
All 4 of them?
All 4 of them.
Yeah. Oops. Who?
Yeah. Yeah. Every coach
Dad joke.
of the Owl got fired.
Has Kennesaw State always been the Owls?
I don't know.
No one does. Not even them. Let's take a quick
Can
time
we
out.
just celebrate the fact that I got that one right?
Yeah, that's good. Good for you. Did you win anything?
Feeling down and dirty, feeling kind of mean.
I just don't know. I don't know why. That's double vision. What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
Okay. We'll be back with more. It's Cal and Truck Accessories Tuesday. Stick around if you dare.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. It's all about picking winners.
Yes, it is.
Play 1010XL's weekly pick'em.
All right, let's do it.
Make the best picks and win a pizza party from Salvatore's Pizza at Tapestry Park.
Who wants pepperoni?
You pick 'em at 1010XL.com.
Jaguars fans, want to meet some of your favorite players? Coke Florida, Publix Supermarkets, and the Jags are giving you the chance. Join 1010XL at Publix, 170 Village Commons Drive, St. Augustine, Tuesday, November 19th at 5. For autographs, pictures, raffles, and more. Get off the sidelines and get to Publix to grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or any of your favorite Coca-Cola beverages using Publix digital app. The Jaguars and Coke Florida. There's magic when we cheer together at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, of course you want to take care of your family. That's why I'm here to tell you about my guy, Matt Hinson, and the Hinson Law Firm. Matt's the attorney, I'm not. But we both want to ask you, have you done your last will? I know you don't like to think about it, but it's something you need to take care of because you work hard for your money, man. You get to decide where your money's going to go, right? It also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He'll listen, help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. It's a Hinson Law Firm. If you got questions, reach out to Matty. He's got the answers. 527-1700. That's 527-1700. His offices are in Jacksonville, Florida. And gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Hey, it's Linda Beaver. Whether you're new to the area or a longtime resident, you deserve the best and shouldn't settle when buying or servicing your car. At Beaver Toyota, we have built our reputation on trust. You can trust us to provide you the best price, the best selection, and the best experience. You can trust me, your neighbors can trust me, your family can trust me. We will not let you down. Come see us at Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine to let our family take care of yours. Trust me, we're here to wow you.
Find the best kept secret in Jax at the Moss Fire Grill. From $5 margaritas to made-from-scratch Southwest cuisine. Find yourself relaxing or celebrating at Jacksonville's first ever rooftop. Visit Moss Fire Grill in Riverside.
See you on the rooftop.
Prosser here. I've been telling you for years about Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season finally upon us. Imagine watching your favorite team in your new Lifetime Man Cave, family hangout, or Lifetime's version of a she shed. And now Lifetime is expanding their replacement window division. Make your home energy efficient with their Energy Star rated windows. Enclosures, flooring, and windows to fit any and all budgets. Visit the showroom just off Phillips Highway. Proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let Lifetime be your home team.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 23rd.
It's about the hunt.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Lagerman.
We take you from the water to the woods.
On the Nimnicht Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning.
Let's go to the woods, y'all.
Saturday mornings from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, in talking about the quality of cut of a diamond, is there a particular diamond cutter that's known as the best?
Frank, the answer is yes, and that would be Hearts on Fire, who have the world's most perfectly cut diamond, and we have them now at Underwoods. When anybody comes in and looks at one of these diamonds, the first thing they say is, wow! That's because these diamonds are cut from absolute maximum beauty and are really worth seeing, so you have an idea of how good a diamond can really look. They have perfect polish, perfect symmetry, and perfect proportions, and are backed up with an American Gem Society Diamond Quality document. Now, not every diamond could be a Hearts on Fire diamond because only certain rough diamonds in the hands of the most skilled cutters working in state-of-the-art cutting facilities can cut these. In fact, only 200 diamond cutters out of the 1 million people employed in the diamond cutting trade are skilled enough to cut Hearts on Fire diamonds.
See Hearts on Fire now at Underwoods, San Marco, Avondale, the shops of Ponte Vedra, Underwood Jewelers.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Are you an experienced plumber or welder with MedGas certification and you're tired of being undervalued? It's time to make the move to Local 234 plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. With the best pay in the business, you'll earn $36.50 an hour. With benefits, that's almost $50. It's not just a job, it's a career that values you. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer. 1 second left. Packers are down by 6 at the goal line. Your defense is the only thing stopping them from scoring. Is your team prepared? Double Check Cybersecurity has your back. With an AI-powered defense, start your 14-day trial at doublecheck.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox deal on 1010XL.
Let's go.
Hit it.
Bonus coverage, bonus 10-minute drill. The whole show's a drill. Welcome back to the program, hanging out here on a Super Tuesday, the day after the worst loss in franchise history. Still trying to wrap my brain around how that team, quote, played hard and lost 52-6. Again, I know the Lions are good. They're probably the best team in the NFL, arguably. They got a shot at the Super Bowl. Of course they do. But the Packers and the Vikings played right down the stretch with them. We played with the Packers and the Vikings, so
not right. There's just no. They again. That's,
I have a hard time sitting there.
The bye week started when they got on the plane to go to Michigan. That's the sad truth.
Mm-hmm.
You can't try and lose 52-6.
Yeah.
You can't try your hardest every play as an NFL player and lose 52-6. I do not believe. I really, honestly believe that if you're giving 100% effort every single snap, it's impossible to lose 52-6.
One of the things they're talking about in the NFL, specifically the AFC, they feel like the playoffs are set. I don't agree with that. I don't think the Broncos, because if you look at the NFL standings, Jeffrey.
Yeah, I did this yesterday, and it's funny because one thing that jumped out at me was like, dang, the Broncos are about set.
Yeah. Well, the Bills are going to win the East. Looks like the Steelers are in control in the North. Houston is very much in control in the South. Kansas City's in control in the West. The Chargers look like a wild card team. The Ravens look like a wild card team. And the Broncos are 6-5, and they have the benefit of a schedule.
They're a game up on the loss side.
Right.
But they've got Vegas, Cleveland, Indy.
Yeah.
But they finished tough.
Yeah.
At the Chargers, at the Bengals, Chiefs at home.
Yeah. That Bengals game could mean something. And that's who I want to talk about for just a second. But it's hard to find out. Like, teams to me that still have outside hope are the Bengals at 4-7. I think the Bengals have. I don't think the Colts at 5-6 do. And I think the Dolphins at 4-6 still have a little bit of hope. But I think those are the only two, the Dolphins and the Bengals.
You know who the Bengals 4 wins? I disagree on the Bengals 100%.
Okay.
The Bengals reminds me of like holding on to the 2000 Jags or the 20, holding on to what you like last year, holding on to the Jags.
Well, let me give you some numbers that will make you maybe change your mind.
Well, before you do, I'm just going to say aside all the numbers.
Yeah.
The Bengals have 4 wins this year.
Yes.
The 4 wins have come against the Raiders.
Yes.
The Panthers, the Giants, and the Browns.
Boy.
And those first 3 are 3 of the worst 4 in those hectic ratings we just did.
Right.
2 of those teams are deemed worse than the Jaguars, and the Bengals' 2 wins have come against them. So now on the other side of that is their losses have all been, for the most part, quality, although they did lose to New England. So I don't think they're coming back. I think at this point you're 4-7 and you're losing a bad team. So anyway, they got Pittsburgh this week. Big one, huh?
Oh, yeah. But through the first 11 games, Joe Burrow has 3,028 passing yards, 27 touchdowns, and 5 picks. So players to achieve 3,000 passing yards, 27-plus touchdowns, and 5 or fewer interceptions through the first 11 games. All right? These are the players who have done it.
Isn't there somebody who's done it this year?
No.
Oh.
Tom Brady, twice. The team went 16-0 and 13-3. Okay, they have the same numbers that Joe Burrow has through the first 11 games.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers did it twice in 2011 and 2020. They were 15-1 and 13-3. Patrick Mahomes did it in COVID year 2020. They were 14-2, and Drew Brees did it in 18. They were 13-3. And here are the Bengals at 4-7. If Joe Burrow continues to play like that, the worm has to turn a little bit. But they have 2 with the Steelers left. That's a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah,
and you could tell Joe Burrow.
The problem isn't the offense.
I saw a lot of video of Joe Burrow walking off the field a Sunday night after the loss to the Chargers. He looked defeated. He looked like, I don't know what else to do.
Well, he's doing everything he can. He's
Yeah.
terrific. And by the way, we'll add that there was serious concern that the wrist injury he had would not be able to play at the same level. Yeah, that was wrong. That speculation was wrong.
He looks great.
He's done awesome, and it's amazing that, to your point, and those stats back it up, that you can be having this kind of year and your overall team be so bad.
Yeah.
Because they're bad. They're losing to bad teams. And here's the only thing I would say to Joe Burrow and those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. You don't just, it's not cruise control. You don't just go out and, do exactly what you want all the time. But what I would say to Joe Burrow with all those massive numbers, you got to get me more than 10 against New England week 1. It started the whole season down the wrong path. That's a layup win. You got to give me, they only had 17 against the Giants. They only had 21 against Cleveland. They happened to win those 2 games. Only scored 17 at home against the Eagles. Where how do you have those numbers and have game 3? They have 3 games already this year where they've scored 17 or fewer. How's that possible with a quarterback putting those numbers up?
It's very odd.
I am so intrigued by the college, the slotting and the hierarchy, and I can't wait for the tears to flow and the anger to spew, because it's coming. There are going to be realistic arguments that are going to be just as valid on the wrong side of the bubble as on the right. And I'm here to tell you, and I don't predict this to be, and by my own eyes, what I've seen, I guess I would say Indiana is for sure deserving of a top 12 spot right now. But what if Indiana goes to Ohio State and loses 48-7, Dan? And finishes 11-1. And their 11 wins will be FIU, Western Illinois, UCLA, Charlotte, Maryland, Northwestern, Nebraska, Washington, Michigan State, Michigan, Purdue. Those are their 11 wins, and their one loss is 48-7 to Ohio State. Do they get into the 12 with one loss?
Well, hypotheticals. I think you just let things play out. And
I don't think they're going to lose 48-7. And based on what they've done, I'm not saying I don't think they're a top 12 team, but golly, this far in, you'd like to think you know a little bit better. Like, it's surprising we can play this many games and still, I don't really know. I need Indiana to be like everyone else and play 3 tough games. They need to play more than one.
Not everybody else has.
Everyone plays at least 3. Yeah. They're better than these.
Who's Texas played?
Florida's better than these. I mean, not.
No, they're not.
Texas plays Texas A&M. They play Georgia.
They lost. They lost to Georgia. They got hammered at home.
And that's the point.
Okay, so what about Texas?
Again, we can have a Texas conversation. I'm asking you a specific question.
But this is in response to the Indiana question.
There's no wrong answer. I'm wondering. What do you think? If Indiana would lose 48-7, would they get in? Then we can talk about Texas too. I'm not deflecting. I'm just don't care about Texas.
I'm just saying Texas shouldn't get in if Indiana would Indiana get in 11-1. It could open the door for somebody else.
It's just this. It's like it's the dirty secret that no one wants to talk about, and it's one that quite frankly we all flip flop on. We use it when it's appropriate, and we forget about it when it's not, and that is this ethereal strength of schedule. They've got to get an on-field component that when the season ends, the tiebreakers are taken care of. There's no voting. They have to come up with it. And maybe when they get to the 70-team super, they will.
That's, it can be done.
Listen, all Indiana can do, and here's what happens on the other side of that. Man, it's not my fault Michigan stinks and Washington stinks and Nebraska's no good. Fault. I'm in the Big 12. I'm playing. The Big 10. I'm playing my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And if they play a game at Ohio State that's competitive, they eliminate all concerns about them. It's hard to win 10 in a row no matter who you're playing. Yeah. I think they probably belong in the 12, even if they lost 48-7. But, man, the point is, especially in the big leagues, you ought to have a lot firmer idea on what a team is by now.
Tell you what, Texas better bring it when they go to College Station. Because if they lose that game, I could see them falling out.
They've gotten a lot of, to your point, now, look, in fair, this does matter. It carries over from being a playoff team from a year ago, improving and having most of those pieces, still in place and back, or some of those pieces in place and back.
I think the problem for me is it carries more over because of who you are.
Yeah, well,
obviously Texas has a bigger brand name than Indiana in football, obviously.
I don't think that Indiana goes from being not as good as Texas for 15 years in a row to as good as Texas in 1 year.
Yeah.
That's the part
I would say why not?
And Texas is, although they haven't beaten a bunch of ranked teams too, they're scheduled top to bottom because of the teams that Indiana drew. Any SEC schedule is going to be harder than this one. It's harder to win at South Carolina than any game on that schedule.
They didn't play South Carolina.
I'm saying I'm just saying in general. Give me Texas's schedule. Their literal schedule.
Colorado State.
Yeah, give me the
Michigan.
Well, again, that's the same.
They played them.
Although Indiana played them at home and won by 5. What was the Texas score on the road?
31-12.
Yeah.
UTSA, ULM, Mississippi State, average Oklahoma team. Georgia, they got hammered. They beat Vandy there by 3.
A ranked team, though, at the time they beat them.
25. They crushed Florida behind Aiden Martinez. Well, what's the kid's name?
It starts with you always make me Warner. Yeah, Warner, isn't it?
They beat Arkansas by 10 points. They got Kentucky and Texas A&M.
Yeah, Texas A&M and Vandy and Georgia will be the only 3 teams. But the simple fact is, and it's unfair because of their schedule.
Why is that schedule tougher than Indiana?
Because Indiana hasn't played a single team ranked. In fact, I'm going to go through these and tell me who's over 500 on this schedule.
Uh-huh.
These teams are terrible. Pull up the Big Ten standings.
All right.
And I think Indiana deserves to be in. I don't think they're going to lose to Ohio State 48-7. This is more this argument you and I have about schedule strength. Surely those up on the power polls are having the same argument. So if you're a rational, educated, even fan, you can speak to these issues.
What do you want to know?
What's UCLA's overall record for these teams? Overall record UCLA
4-6.
Overall record Maryland.
My Maryland is 4-6.
Overall record Northwestern.
Northwestern is 4-6.
Overall record, Nebraska.
Nebraska's 5-5.
Overall record, Washington.
Washington is 6-5.
Overall record, Michigan State.
Michigan State is 4-6.
Overall record, Michigan.
Michigan is 5-5.
I mean, the best win all year is a 6-5 team.
Yeah.
It's just hard to know what they are. I mean, it's not their fault. They have not been tested.
Haven't they hammered most of those teams?
They were hammering for a while. The hammer is lessened a little bit. They've been in, like, even the Michigan State, they were in that till halftime. They pulled away.
They won with a backup quarterback,
but
too.
they have, for the most, they beat Nebraska 56-7.
Yeah.
They beat Michigan
State. So the best team they played, they crushed.
Washington is the best team they played. They beat 31-17.
Okay.
You say Nebraska was 6-5. I mean, Washington's 6-5.
6-5.
Nebraska's 5-5.
Okay.
But Washington's the best team they played. They beat them 31-17.
What's the line with Ohio
home.
State?
That's a good. And in that game, it was, it was 17-14, middle of the third, 20. Yeah, they beat them pretty good. I want to say 6.
6 is it?
13.5.
Yeah. I would say it's got to be more than that.
So again, 13.5, man. I mean, I don't think there are very many I don't think there's a single team in the 12 that if you put at Ohio State would be 13.5 point dogs this week.
What was the Boise, Oregon line when they played the first game of the year? Which Boise covered because they lost by 3, if I remember correctly. There's like 37-34, 37-36 or something of that ilk. We got to take a break.
It wasn't week 1. It must have been week 2. So let me find it here. Or week 0. It was one of the 2.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's take a break. I'll find that.
All right.
And we'll know.
Keep it rolling right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Frank Frangie here. This November, Nimnik Buick GMC is honoring the brave men and women who have served our country. Nimnik is proud to announce their partnership with K9s for Warriors. With every vehicle purchased, you're helping provide highly trained service dogs for military veterans and supporting the K9s for Warriors mission. And this month, Nimnik Buick GMC is offering a $500 military appreciation discount on select new Buick and GMC models. So who makes your purchase go further for veterans? Nobody but Nimnik. Shop 24/7 at NimnikBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. You got to love this time of the year. We reflect on things that matter the most, your families, your homes, the holidays, and football. Zero Res is very grateful for all of you, the good people at Jacksonville, and they want to thank you. So to get ready for the holidays, book today, and Zero Res will clean your carpets for $49 a room. I said that right, $49 a room, plus 25% off your tile cleaning. Now, this one goes fast, so you better book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res, spell it forwards. Zero Res, spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Is your AC ready for the holidays? Bold City Heating and Air ensures your AC stays in tip-top shape. We know that a clean AC is a healthy AC. Upgrade yours for just $96 a month and enjoy free duct cleanings with your new system. Plus, ask about our 0% financing options.
Bold City AC, we got the crew. Bold City AC.
Visit boldcityac.com.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a Dandy and do it today.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Care you can see.
It's the Gator Podcast Channel with Frank Frangie and me, Dan Hicken, on all things Gators. Hacker and Denny Thompson have Gator Bites, and you can find them wherever you find podcasts or at 1010XL.com. Presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Jaguars fans, want to meet some of your favorite players? Coke Florida, Publix Supermarkets, and the Jags are giving you the chance. Join 1010XL at Publix, 170 Village Commons Drive, St. Augustine, Tuesday, November 19th at 5. For autographs, pictures, raffles, and more. Get off the sidelines and get to Publix to grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or any of your favorite Coca-Cola beverages using Publix digital app. The Jaguars and Coke Florida. There's magic when we cheer together at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Joint replacement surgery is always a tough decision, but relief from chronic pain may be just around the corner. Dr. George Barry here, and there's a lot to consider to make sure you get the proper diagnosis and best path back to the range of motion and mobility you had. Age, lifestyle, and overall health all play a part. Let the team at Barry Orthopedics give you a full analysis to help you make the best decision. Log on to BarryOrthopedics.com or call the office to make an appointment. With offices across Jacksonville and ready to help you feel good again, we'll get you back on the road to recovery at Barry Orthopedics.
Movember is Men's Health Awareness Month, so take charge of your health and vitality at Ackerman Urology in Mandarin, Middleburg, The Beaches, and World Golf Village. For prostate and urological needs, trust Ackerman Urology. AckermanUrology.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
During his Monday press conference, Jag head coach Doug Peterson once again highlighted the timeliness of this bye.
Yesterday was not who we are. I mean, this is an exhausted team right now, and we need this week to get rejuvenated again, get fresh again, get ready to go for the last 6 weeks.
Rookie wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. also shared his thought on the bye coming now.
Gets to a point where your body just starts wearing down a little bit, so you need like a little break to get recharged and just get refocused. So this bye week is coming in much needed time.
Former Jag offensive lineman Tony Baselli says the team needs to be real about who they are.
That's who we are. But you have to be honest with yourself. That's who we are right now, because you can't fix anything until you're honest.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I don't know. I'm not privy to those conversations that Shad has or who's he talking. I don't know. I can't answer.
Who was it you? That's the boys trying to get to the bottom of who told Shad this was the best team he ever had.
Well,
Dougie said it wasn't me.
Doug and Trent have been forced to strip naked. They are right now crawling down Bay Street. The fans have lined the street where they throw rotten tomatoes at them. Please, someone give them a cloak. The humanity.
Fire! I'm so excited.
Woo, woo, woo. So yeah, no movement on the front. I guess he's content to just let this thing simmer for a while.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not opposed to yours. Trent, today you get to mow the practice fields. Doug, I'm going to need you to get the visitors' locker room. Let's put them to work then. If they're not going to do the job of winning football, then, you know, make some sandwiches.
Keep it clean. I saw a mock draft this morning.
Draft talk. I'm okay with draft talk. Give me something. I got to build.
Well, we got the first pick, and they say Travis Hunter now. That would be a very debatable. Thank you, E.
Draft talk. Yeah, I don't think that Travis Hunter's going to be the number one pick.
If Shad Khan does deem the drill as the general managers and gives us the job. We're not. I will argue against Travis Hunter. I like Travis Hunter, but I don't think we can draft him number 1 overall. I think we'll be in the market to move and wheel and deal.
Here's what's funny about that. You're willing, after Travis Hunter's become stars, see Debo, to trade the number 1 pick for him.
Yeah, I would have then, but I was at a different point now.
You wouldn't do that for Debo, for a receiver now.
No, I'm now. I got
because
the number
of
1. I got
what we have, or because your
I talked about that offensive
changed?
line. I talked about that offensive line and that defensive line, and I mean,
Here's
we've
what
just
I
gotten
want.
our ass
Yeah,
kicked
here's the
over and
problem.
over again. Bro.
Here's what happens with that.
Mm-hmm.
I need the best player in the country. I don't need the best offensive lineman. That thinking has landed us guys
What if
like
the best player
Britton
in the
Strange
country
in
is a
round 2.
quarterback?
Huh? Then trade it.
Well, that's why I'm trading.
Yeah.
I think somebody will.
That's fine.
Hopefully, somebody
you
will
want to get an O lineman 6. Okay, I'm just saying I don't want to know if I necessarily want to take him number 1.
Okay.
And even then, if I have the number 1 pick, and I got to let this all measure out, I do think this about guys like Travis Hunter. We only get the good clips, man. Like, we don't get the total story all the time. We see the fantastic. Travis Hunter plays the game. If he scores a touchdown, that's what we see. So I don't know if he's the lockdown best corner in the country. I don't know if he's the best receiver in the country. I know as an overall football player, ain't nobody doing both better. And then there's size and measurement stuff. I don't know. But I need an alpha dog. If you tell me I can have Tyreek Hill, I'm taking him.
I tell you who I'd like. I'd like to move down. I'd like to accumulate. Like, I'll trade my 1 pick for, and I don't know what the price is, but I'm looking at guys like that big monster dude from Kentucky.
The D lineman?
Yeah. Walker.
Yeah.
We need another Walker.
I'll tell you who looks like a big old kid is that.
That guy's like 6'8", 350.
By the way,
it's like a Big John or a big baby.
Tennessee's supposed to be that dog, and man, Georgia. That's one reason Georgia won.
I
he
didn't
wasn't
like that.
sacked at
Same
all.
with the LSU offensive lineman. I was a little.
James Pierce is the Tennessee guy, and he's not. I asked my Tennessee buddy, he said, "Nah, I really haven't heard it. I haven't been called that much."
I like that edge. There's a lot of edge guys in the 8 to 15. There's a lot of edge guys, but
you know what I want, Dan? I want an all-pro. I don't care if we draft a middle linebacker or a safety or a corner. I'm tired of being. We need to do Bizarro one year, and whatever our biggest area of need is, let's draft a player in our biggest area of strength because we keep attacking need with faulty picks, and we just suffer all the way across the board because of it.
I'm just looking at some of these names here from dudes who are. I'll tell you one guy who's a great player. Now, I don't know how he's going to translate into the NFL, but every time I watch this team, this dude, me and Brooks laugh about it all the time. Number 44 on Penn State. You ever watch Penn State and see number 44? That guy gets the ball like 30 times a game. He's like their best playmaker. He's a tight end.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Tyler Warren is his name. They got him projected to go to Kansas City to take Kelsey's spot at 31.
He was the reason I know him is because they talked all about him in the Penn State-Ohio State game.
Oh, he's a guy.
All day long.
Whenever I watch Penn State,
he's kind of like a Tebow type.
He's like number 44, though.
Yeah.
And he's always getting the ball. He
didn't do much that game. In fact, if you game log him, I bet the Ohio State game.
Here's some of the Walter Nolan. We'll see him this weekend. He's Ole Miss. He's a D lineman. He's I think he's inside guy. Another edge, Kenneth Grant from Michigan, another D lineman. The kid Walker from Kentucky. The Williams kid from Georgia. Scourton.
He's kind of under.
Yeah, Scourton from Texas A&M.
God, you know what I noticed from this? All those SEC teams did.
Walker from Georgia. James Pierce.
Okay, now you're getting way out of number 1 pick.
Well, these are here's 8 and 9. Abdul Carter, edge guy from Penn State. James Pierce, edge guy from Tennessee.
And in fairness,
Mason Graham, D-line, Jets, 7th pick.
Here's what's going to happen. This list that you're saying, you can screenshot it right now. Come talk to me in February. It's going to be radically different looking. These guys are going to be regraded, and we're going to go through the process. And so,
Kelvin Banks, offensive tackle from Texas, is higher than the Will Campbell kid from LSU. Right now, I lean towards Banks just because I watched LSU's O-line, and I don't know how that kid did, but their team was not good.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I'm doing. I'm getting beef. We got to get beef. We got to get young guys. We got to get some big dudes and dudes who can play.
I have.
That's where I'm at.
I arguably got the best player in the draft when I took Trevor. That's still arguable.
And then I'll go find Amon-Ra St. Brown in the 4th round.
Sure you will. Okay. Well, only with a new G. A lot of this, I mean,
we'll find him.
We can't.
If Shad hires us, we'll find him.
Shad cannot go back and let these same guys keep making the decisions. They've taken us from a team on the rise to the worst team in the league, and it hasn't taken them long to do it. This is an easy fire, man.
Yeah.
Never been an easier. And again, I'll tell it.
Did he just say fire? Ooh, come on. He just said it, didn't he? He said it's quota easy. Way you
Jag fans, join us this Thursday night on Forsyth Street for the Walk of Shame. We'll strip Doug Peterson and Trip Alky naked and make them crawl down the gutters of downtown Jacksonville. Bring your loogies and your huckers. Bring your rotten fruit and eggs. It's your chance to get even. The Walk of Shame this Thursday at 4.
Take us a break. Take us a break, E.
You're hot. You really shoot your shot. You're dynamite child. Yeah. Well, I can tell by your game you're gonna start a flame.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
He's got quite a history in downtown Duval.
Hindsight's always 20/20.
Jeff Lockerman checks the tape for you. Tuesdays during football season on Jaguars Today. Brought to you by Napa Auto Care.
10 to noon on 1010XL.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, imagine having a doctor to you available any day, any time. That's where I'm here to tell you about my doctor, Rick Townsend. Look, I've been going to Doc T for a long time, decades. But he's decided to take a leap into a new and exciting, more personal world of concierge medicine. And I'm going with him. Why? Because even better care from Doc T. If you need an appointment, normally you can't get in to see your doctor for a couple weeks, you're not feeling well. Man, you get him that day with Doc Townsend. Medical emergency, here's his personal phone number. He'll get right back to you 7 days a week. It's kind of like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but gang, you got to check out the cost. It'll surprise you, especially for you young folks. And as far as doctors, Rick Townsend is one of the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest, so yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups. You got questions? Just go to mypvconcierge.com. That's mypvconcierge.com for all your answers.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what Wonderworld wants you to do. Wonderworld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to Wonderworld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that Wonderworld can.
And with Wonderworld, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new Wonderworld windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, Wonderworld and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with Wonderworld, and to top it off, Wonderworld windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with Wonderworld. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call Wonderworld today and get your free in-home estimate or see them online at WindowWorldNEFlorida.com.
Windowworld, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Jaguars fans, want to meet some of your favorite players? Coke Florida, Publix Supermarkets, and the Jags are giving you the chance. Join 1010XL at Publix, 170 Village Commons Drive, St. Augustine, Tuesday, November 19th at 5. For autographs, pictures, raffles, and more. Get off the sidelines and get to Publix to grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or any of your favorite Coca-Cola beverages using Publix digital app. The Jaguars and Coke Florida. There's magic when we cheer together at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
I'm guessing if you had a 10-carat diamond ring, you wouldn't store it in a Kleenex box. Well, you put in a safety deposit box, wouldn't you? If you have valuables, need to be protected, then you make sure that you do. And we are introducing you to The Shed. Go to theshedjacks.com because this is something that you have not seen in the area. Units that are the only and certainly the most premium warehouse space ever built in Atlantic Beach. 12 to 14-foot openings, set up for plumbing and AC service. The Shell gives you the blank slate for any and all needs you may have for your premium storage needs. Allows for the addition of a mezzanine, car lifts, HVAC, fully plumbed bathrooms. The uses and reasons are numerous. So if you're running out of room in your home for your cars, toys, and extras, this is a place where you need to check out. Also one you can store and work on any and all projects you have. So from large RVs and fifth wheels to any toys that need your protection. It's the Shed Jacks and theshedjacks.com. So open your appointment today and set your visit.
Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Facing a DUI charge or even a boating under the influence charge? Well, I'm your man, DUI lawyer Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. 285-4LAW. Once again, 285-4LAW.
Yo, what's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and our listeners have been killing it in a year full of surprises. My bookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does other sports books pay out when you push on a bet? My bookie pays you back. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Start up, use the promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit bonus right from jump. Here's a pro tip to get you rolling. The NFL teams with powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year, and betting game total unders has been printing money. So stack that on my bookie risk-free Thursdays. That's right. There's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, MyBookie refunds you your money. Sign up and get that double deposit bonus with MyBookie. That's the best sign-up bonus in Florida for Florida bettors. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
David Lane here again for Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. After several surgeries for age-old issues, mainly my back and shoulders, there's no doubt that Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is my sustaining resource for living pain-free. Take it from me, and I'm being really honest here, there's no better orthopedic facility here in Jacksonville.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Welcome to Rockville. North America's largest rock festival returns to the Daytona International Speedway in 2025 with Green Day, Korn, Shinedown, and Linkin Park. Plus Bad Omens, Incubus, Good Charlotte, Rob Zombie, Alice in Chains, Pierce the Veil, Marilyn Manson, 3 Days Grace, Sublime, Hailstorm, I Prevail, Three Doors Down, Jimmy Eat World, Motionless in White, Bush, Chevelle, Mudvayne, and so many more. Welcome to Rockville takes over the Daytona International Speedway May 15th to the 18th, 2025. 5 stages, 4 days, and over 150 bands. 4-day, single-day camping and VIP passes on sale now at welcometorockville.com.
My Gate Rewards members, now through January 2nd, you'll get an entry for your chance to win free gas for a year each time you buy 5 eligible Monster Club products. Not a rewards member? Download the Gate app today. See store for details.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Gator. Gator head coach Billy Napier commented on whether this Saturday's final home game for the seniors would provide additional motivation for the team.
I think it's a big deal, especially at a place like Florida, playing in that venue, which is a privilege, and obviously you only get so many opportunities to do it. So I do think it's a special day.
Florida State basketball plays host to undefeated Hofstra tonight. The game will tip off at 7 p.m. The Seminoles will wear their turquoise uniforms for Native American Heritage Month. The University of North Florida men's soccer team is heading to West Virginia for the first round of the NCAA tournament. The Ospreys, the Atlantic Sun champions, drew the Mountaineers, who won the Sun Belt title. The winner will face the 13th seeded Virginia. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 9:01 and it's 68 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the program. You know, we have talked about the Jaguars and their failures and the Lions and their successes. And I do think one thing that's fair, you want to talk about that the Lions had to make some tough decisions along the way to get to where they are.
Okay.
They traded away their franchise quarterback. I'm not doing this to say we should trade Trevor. Everybody settle down.
Well, and he had been there a lot longer time than Trevor had.
But they made the very difficult decision to move on, and they brought in Jared Goff really as, if you'll remember, a stopgap.
I don't think that the trade of made him better. Stafford made him better. It just coincided with it not getting worse.
But remember that they did that as
But that's
Goff,
before Campbell, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because
I don't think so.
When did the Rams win the Super Bowl? Wasn't it like 19?
No.
That was 21 they won the Super
Yeah.
Bowl? Just a couple. Okay. So, yeah, Campbell traded him, huh?
Yeah. Campbell,
sure.
what's the
Yeah, right. I know his name. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. In 2021,
2021 is when they traded.
Stafford went to the Rams for Goff and 3 draft picks.
So
two
that
first rounders too, by the way.
That was the same year.
What's his name?
It was the same year.
Holmes? What is it?
Yeah,
Brad
Holmes.
Yeah.
He never had Stafford.
Right.
He came in 2021, right? You said it was 2021 name. So his
Jeff, they also traded T.J. Hawkinson to a divisional rival.
Yeah, and they haven't missed him a bit. Laporta's just as good.
Every bit as good. And they traded away Jeff Okudah, Matata.
But he was
a disappointment.
Yeah, he was a bust. He was a top 3 pick, and he wasn't.
But my point is, they made some bold decisions. Sometimes you got to make some bold decisions too, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, no. Listen, I don't know. That's Trent Baalke's made bold decisions, Dan. Taking Trayvon Walker's a bold decision.
Well, the wrong bold decision.
Well, they made good decisions. How about that?
Yeah.
I mean, just look at the draft. I mean, in every manner, bro.
Yeah.
They need a piece, they trade for. They need a draft pick, they end up with Jameson Williams. We end up with Parker Washington. I don't care what rounds you get them, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
You're picking up talent on draft day. If we choose to go D tackle in round 2 and receiver in round 6, and you go receiver round 2 and D tackle round 6, oh well, who's doing better? And the answer is them.
Yeah.
The answer is everybody. I mean, really, I don't. With each year removed from Trent Baalke's
904.
With each year removed from Trent Baalke's draft classes, they get worse.
Yeah.
Like none get better.
Yeah. Well, let me rattle off since 20 let's just look at since 21. Okay?
The moves that Detroit's made?
Yeah, when did Holmes take over?
I think he was there. He hired Campbell.
January 14th, 21. So 21 was his first draft.
They came in together.
Okay.
That's probably the same time that Dan Campbell came in. It's probably the same press conference.
All right, so in his first draft, he took his first pick ever was Tony Baselli, Penei Sewell.
And what pick did they have?
7th pick.
Yeah, I mean,
then they took that guy.
I wonder who went after. I mean, we don't. That's a great pick, dude.
Yeah.
You got a Hall of Famer maybe one day.
Then they took that Onwuzurike, who's a defensive lineman. Then they took Aleem McNeil, who is a stud, with the 72nd pick. Aleem McNeil, their defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Then they took Melifonwu, who's a defensive back. Then they took Amon-Ra St. Brown. So that's just in 21, okay? Then in 22, they came back and they said, Aiden Hutchinson? Sure. Jameson Williams, Josh Paschal, Kirby Joseph, who's got like 7 picks.
I think you lead the league.
Malcolm Rodriguez.
That's enough.
James Houston.
Yeah, all better than anyone we've drafted.
Then last year they took, how about this 4-pack to start? Jahmyr Gibbs, Jack Campbell, Sam Laporta, Brian Branch.
We had Anton Harris and Britton Strange in that time frame.
That was a solid 4-pack right there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's again. I mean, I don't know at this stage. I don't know what Trent Baalke tells Shad Khan. By the way,
Shad, are you listening?
This was interesting. What has been a real sticking point? It has not helped this whole.
Hold on.
Okay.
Our 4-pack in 23. Okay, let me repeat.
First 4 picks for each team.
Their first 4.
Now, granted, it feels like they got 2 firsts and 2 seconds there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
But they wheel and deal.
That's fine.
You give them credit.
Their first 4 and our first 4 again.
Gibbs, Campbell, Laporta, Branch.
Right.
Every one of those guys. Every week I see Dan Campbell give a game ball to.
Yeah.
I saw Jack Campbell get one. I've seen Brian Branch.
Sure.
I Sam
They're all good
Laporta,
players.
Jahmyr Gibbs. That's the 23 draft.
Okay.
Jags counter with Harrison, Strange, Bigsby, Miller.
Oof.
Game over.
Now I will say that
Game over.
Miller and Bigsby, could be Campbell. I don't know if Bigsby will ever be Gibbs.
No.
Miller has the only one there that seems like he's got really high upside, and Harrison's going to be he'll start in the league for 10 years.
Okay, so this year they didn't have that many picks. They only had 6 picks. They took Terry and Arnold, who's playing.
Yeah, he played a lot the other day. He was running smack at Ingram.
Rakestraw. They took that guy Vaki, that running back. I don't know how Giovanni Manu is doing.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those guys.
So, yeah. But, again, I mean, when you go Gibbs, Campbell, Laporta, Branch, then you throw in a backup quarterback, Hendon Hooker. You got Aiden Hutchinson, Jamison Williams, Josh Pascal, Kirby Joseph, Malcolm Rodriguez, who's starting for you as a 6th-round pick.
Yeah.
Number 44.
We can't get our second rounder on the field.
James Houston, who's making sacks as a 6th-round pick. Panay Sewell, Aleem McNeil, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And by the way, that's only part of it.
Woo!
That's only part of it. They went and got Darius Smith at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
By the way, who's got the mad on for about most of his division. I mean, he hates the Packers for this reason. He hates the Vikings for that.
Yeah.
It's just one more little,
I just think it's important
spice to put on it.
I just think it's important to understand.
You know what's sad, Dan? Here's the problem. This all makes perfect sense. We just got, 52-6 smashed by that team. You want to have some real fun? Find me a 3-7 team and measure them against us and let me know what you find.
Yeah.
We may be the worst. Give me rounds 2 through 6 from 2021 against any team in the league. Find me one worse.
I know.
So
and then you couple that with poor free agent signings, and you find out why we are where we are at 2-9.
And I'm not even saying, look, you can't go round by round, draft by draft, and we took this guy 23rd. We should have taken this guy. He went 20. I mean, anyone can do that. Just tell me what you've done, and what we've done is get worse.
We got worse.
And we're in worse. This is what the GM has done. He has taken the 2021 momentum, and the 2020, we've gotten worse since 2022. We're in worse situations salary-wise and salary cap-wise.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
I mean, the 22 team is his best team.
And that really was half a year.
Yeah.
We were literally 4-8?
And I guess, again, we let Zay Jones go. He might have knee issues, so I don't necessarily disagree with that, right?
I don't know listen, it's awful dangerous to just take the 2 games, but if you take these 2 games and you
we chose not to pay Jawan Taylor.
Yeah, we should have kept him. He's the better of the 3.
Though,
correct. That's
that
right.
we didn't need to create.
That's the GM deciding we should stick with these guys instead. Every decision that he makes.
It's like, why create problems that don't need to be there?
That's
You've
right.
got a starting right tackle who's good enough to be on a Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
Pay him.
100%. But we'll pay other guys. We'll pay Roy Robertson Harris only to trade him later. We'll pay Devon Hamilton. We'll find him money.
Devon Hamilton's had some bad luck with it. Yeah, he's never been the same since that. I mean, in fairness.
I know.
Yeah.
He never did anything before that either. Yeah. It's all promise.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I don't mean to make him the poster child. He might be a terrific young man.
I go back to Rayshawn and Darius Williams. Those are the 2 that I go back to. Why did we let those guys go?
We're just trying to get worse.
They were under contract.
I know.
Why did we let them go?
I don't know. Why did we change defensive coordinators and bring in a guy that gives up 600 yards?
Why did we let go Jamal Agnew for Devin Duvernay?
Don't know.
What's Devin Duvernay done this year?
He had the one good return.
Jamal Agnew made impact plays for us. Now, he got hurt a lot.
He was hurt a lot. I mean, the Duvernay for
it's
Agnew,
not that big a deal, but
just shuffling stuff around, though, to your point. It's just wasting time.
Yeah. I just don't get it, man.
Listen, again, the reality of this is, and whoever's listening, or, send this podcast to the owner and let him just soak all this in. The reality of what's happened here, what your GM has done to you.
Yeah.
I mean, he's made you so much worse, and I don't know what you're listening to tell you any different. What's the one statement that has stung? It is better have never been uttered, and it was Shad, right? It was Shad Khan in the preseason saying it's the best team he ever had. E.T. Doug Peterson, please. Shad Khan said, this is the most talented Jaguars team we had. So Doug yesterday was asked, by the way, who told Shad this is the best team that we've ever had?
I don't know. I'm not privy to those conversations that Shad has.
Listen to the end, though.
I don't know. I can't answer that.
It wasn't you.
No.
In other words, I don't. Here's what he could have said. Could have been a 3-second soundbite. Yeah, I don't know why Trent told him that.
That would have been great.
Right? I don't know why Balky told him that. No one told me.
That would have opened a beautiful can of worms for us.
Well, by the answer, who else could it have been? Tony?
We all know who it was.
Could have been Tony Khan, who got it from Trent Balky. It's, you know what it is, too? It's so disrespectful to real good teams.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Here's something funny. You don't watch the Manning cast. I don't either, but I like to see the clips.
Yeah,
I watched it for a while, but I think honestly, Buck and Aikman brought me back to, if it was the other crew, I probably would watch the Manning cast. So maybe the announcers do make a little bit of a difference.
Yeah, well, I think they do.
But I think that was a good hire for ESPN. I think they got a little more oomph with Buck and Aikman.
I agree with that.
Okay. But he says Bill Belichick's on with the Mannings.
Right.
They had that comic Gaffigan.
Yeah.
And J.J. Watt, one funny thing, Eli says, J.J., you and your brother have combined for this amount of sacks. I looked this up. Me and Peyton were sacked at combined 714 times. I don't think any brothers will ever beat that. I thought that was funny. And then Belichick says.
The Cars, maybe?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good one. And then Belichick said he paid staffers $100 to bat down Tom Brady's passes at practice. But Brady paid him $200 if none were knocked down. He said, well, he was making more money than me.
That's funny.
So that was pretty good.
Is Belichick's going to be an interesting study? Somebody's going to pull the trigger on him, and there are going to be others.
Well, we would have thought that would have happened this year. I don't know, Jeff.
I think this year it will, Dan. He's had a year away because he's first of all, we've seen he's out of that Robo Patriot like costume, I guess. He seems a lot more approachable. He seems more like a real person. He wants to coach, and I think he's got enough ties to the NFL and respect for, I don't know, the six. It seems pretty ridiculous that a franchise like Jacksonville wouldn't say whatever you want. I mean, I'm not saying that's what I want. I prefer to go, Ben Johnson with a guy like that too. Mm-hmm. But it seems kind of presumptuous for Jacksonville to say, nah, move along, coach. We don't need those six.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
Those that have watched Belichick do this Monday night deal are amazed with his
he's unbelievable
knowledge of the league and what's and we haven't had that buttoned up. Here's the thing too. There are indications that Trevor's not as good as he is not that 40 touchdown, 5,000 yard passing.
Right.
I'd say Belichick has a pretty good track record with that kind of quarterback.
Yeah.
And the work that he did with Brady and the alongside.
I think I say this, and I cringe a little bit when I say it, but I'll say it anyway. I think Bill Belichick's best coaching job of his career, after watching the last 2 weeks, may have been navigating a rookie quarterback like Mac Jones into the playoffs.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
And I get it's so easy and tired, to be frank with you. What was he without Brady? Stop asking me what he was without Brady. He coached almost his whole career with Brady because he found Brady, because he put Brady in, because he worked with him so well. This guy kept a dynasty going for all those years. I don't care if it was with or without Brady. Y'all are way underselling what that is, and you're way overstating that it's silly. Just this guy. That's really, really, really weak. He was with a terrible Cleveland team, and then when Brady left and the whole ship, they literally had nothing.
Fire!
Back with more next. Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
Get a Friday evening full of football fun.
I'm National College football writer Matt Hayes.
The big games, the big matchups.
Get you ready for football Saturday.
It's the Bueller Aaron Plumbing College Kickoff, Friday night at 6. Brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue on 1010XL. The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey, man, I couldn't be any happier than to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say family, that's what I mean. That's how you'll be treated when you visit that beautiful showroom over there off Atlantic Boulevard. You'll find out what I'm talking about, man. There's no pressure there, just friendly help. They're great folks. You know, I got my boy Blue, that beautiful blue Silverado. But if you want a car, an SUV, a truck like me, an electric, a pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet's got it. And don't worry if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, because all you got to do is go to your little laptop, type in morechevy.com, and navigate that sucker. Real easy to do. All the vehicles, sales, service, parts. Service department is top notch. Trust me on that one. Never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet, gang, together. Let's drive.
I-9 Sports covers the First Coast with great sports for kids 3 to 17, and winter and spring registration is open right now. New girls volleyball and flag at Duval Charter, plus plenty for boys and girls in Nocatee, too. It's all at i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group, 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
David Ammon here with Zero Res.
You know, Dad, I just love this time of year. It cools down, the holidays are coming on, and college football is a blast.
One of the things that I'm grateful for is our good customers. I have loved working for the good people of Jacksonville and want to say thank you.
Folks, the schedule is filling up fast. Book today and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 per room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning.
Zero Res.
Spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. 1010XL celebrates high scorers.
1010XL and Southeast Orthopedic Specialists celebrate scholar athletes.
In class and on the court.
Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234. Wednesdays on The Frangie Show.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Jaguars fans, want to meet some of your favorite players? Coke Florida, Publix Supermarkets, and the Jags are giving you the chance. Join 1010XL at Publix, 170 Village Commons Drive, St. Augustine, Tuesday, November 19th at 5. For autographs, pictures, raffles, and more. Get off the sidelines and get to Publix to grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or any of your favorite Coca-Cola beverages using Publix digital app. The Jaguars and Coke Florida. There's magic when we cheer together at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatcierge experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
I open the door and take you inside the locker room to get you closer to the field, the players and coaches you care about.
Get a look at Hayes' blog on 1010XL.com.
My blog is brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing,
where quality and experience count.
It's Thanksgiving week and Monahan Jewelers has the best deals in town with up to 40% off the entire store.
Thousands of beautiful pieces are all on sale with fantastic prices on our entire inventory, including up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds. We're your local family jeweler, so come visit us today and on Small Business Saturday for up to 40% off on diamond studs, engagement rings, colored gemstones, our designer brands, custom design, everything. The name you can trust in fine jewelry, Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Hey, Hicken for America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with more than 5 million active members. It's Prize Picks. So much fun. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in, man. And when the picks hit, which they usually do, you get your money in as quick as 15 minutes because Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals fast, safe, and secure. I like to make Sundays fun days, but any day of the week, man, there's always football. There's always something going on. Download the Prize Picks apps today. Here's the big part. Use code JAX. That's JAX. You get $50 when you play 5. So just download the app. Code JAX on Prize Picks. You get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, man. Run your game.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hi, Jags fans. Walker Little here for my friends at Kingfish Pest Control. Playing offensive line in the NFL, I must block and protect on every down. When it comes to keeping my home pest-free, I expect that same level of protection. So I contacted Kingfish after seeing thousands of positive online customer reviews about their service. I can confirm from personal experience, bugs don't stand a chance getting past Kingfish Pest Control. Do what I did. Reach out to Kingfish Pest Control to protect your home, a proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I want to know, here on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
Hey, you're hot today with the music. Hot. You're on fire. Woo. Oh, yes. He's a songbird.
A little songbird that sings. Are you nervous?
Got one of my students in here today.
I see that. I've already,
Lovely Molly.
Well, yeah, it's terrific. Creekside
girl.
right? That's where my kids went, so probably a little bit older than Miles.
Different Molly than the Molly who works here.
Very different Molly.
2 different Mollies.
Yes.
Molly? You in danger, girl.
You've already used that one. You have to come up with another. Are you nervous at all, or is it basically the market was set? They can all line up and use their hollow words. I mean, go ahead, Dodgers. Go ahead, Yankees. Give them all you got. I mean, Juan Soto's going to be a Met. Is that where we're at, or
No.
when the Dodgers come calling, you always get a little bit nervous that they won't do something like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to defer your salary till 2097.
Yeah. I'll say this. It's got, and again, you don't pay attention to it because you don't care because it's not your team. But man, every day you read about it, and every day, so Michael Kay.
I'm aware. I have kept up.
Okay, so Michael Kay is the voice of the Yankees.
Correct.
And so yesterday he espoused on it, and basically he's like, well, the word he hears is that Cohen will go $50 million over whatever.
Okay.
Whatever anybody says, and that the initial offer.
Isn't that okay?
Yeah, the initial. Well, maybe not. Here's why. This is what I'm saying, because there's so much information out there. So at first you think, oh yeah, that's great, and then I got other people saying, Boris don't play $50 million. That doesn't mean squat. If blah blah blah. The general consensus on all these meetings is simply this: the Mets are going to offer the most money. The Yankees are willing to try to do the AAV thing, the most per year.
Yeah,
but
they don't take that.
Yeah, I know. They want
that
the
one
years.
doesn't work. Ask Braves and Freddie Freeman how that worked.
They want the years. So that's your first sign that things are going good. And the Mets have made him obviously a huge priority. It's the way I've heard it, it's like 13,660 maybe, somewhere in that range. It's an incredible amount of money. It's ridiculous, but whatever. I mean, it ain't my money. If we get Juan Soto in right field, I'm happy as can be. If I got Lindor, Soto, Vientos, coming up to the plate, I'm cool with it.
It's all kind of quiet on the Braves front. The feel is that it'll be some veteran arm that everyone, like a Bueller or a Bieber, somebody that everyone's given up on that they think
Bieber's great value.
Yeah.
I saw that the other day too. That they say Bieber would be a great.
You do forget about those
pitcher.
guys sometimes, and there is the Scherzers and Verlanders, and they keep coming back.
I'm hoping
you find them at 40, still okay.
As a Mets fan, I'm hoping though one way or the other, and this would be fair, and it should be done this way. Soto needs to make his decision. He's met with all the teams. He's got all the offers. Make your decision, because you're either going to have pivot A with Soto, pivot B without Soto, but you don't want to start doing something else because Soto's left you dangling. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So you want that Soto decision, and I think once that starts, then all of baseball will start jumping. I did see Austin Slater, Jacksonville's own. Congrats, Austin Slater signed a deal with the White Sox. So
yeah, there's quite a few of those guys from Jacksonville that have earned these.
Yeah,
kind of utility roles, and in some case starting roles.
I got a lot of respect for anybody who's playing in the big leagues. I just saw this picture. I want to. It's FSU's 4x4 sprint team from I guess it's the late '80s. You ready for this team?
Yeah.
All right. I see Sammy Smith.
Okay.
That dude was put together, man.
Sammy Smith was the one of the most famous. He got paid guys. Like when the rumors would always be about guys got paid. Like Sammy Smith was one we all knew that Sammy was driving the the Lincoln or something like that.
Sammy was put together.
Sammy went to prison, didn't he?
Yeah.
Sammy was it caught up in like a drug thing. And Sammy was a nice kid too. Man.
Sammy had a run against the Gators that got called back and saved us a W.
Yeah.
That I remember in Tallahassee in the late
Sammy was a good running back for the Dolphins.
Next to Sammy, I see Dexter Carter on the Florida State track team.
Dexter's at times made Jacksonville home.
Yeah, he can fly.
His kid played at Bowles, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
The third?
And he's got another one who has offers everywhere.
Here in town?
No, I think he's in Georgia.
Right. Yeah, he was here for a while.
Then I see Coach Prime, who's surprising because
what year is this?
I didn't think he went to FSU, but there he is.
Well, that wasn't classes. He went to the photos. He just didn't go to classes.
So I got Sammy, Dexter.
What year is this?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm guessing late 80s, right?
Yeah, well, for sure. Had to be late 80s.
Yeah. I got Sammy, Dexter, Coach Prime. And then there's one other guy, and I don't recognize him.
Okay.
So they said, who's the other guy?
Can I say or no? Can I guess?
No, you won't know.
Oh.
He's Olympian Arthur Blake.
Yeah, never know. I don't even know who
My
that
point
is. Saying who it is.
This guy ran in the Olympics.
Okay.
So I got him, Sammy, Dexter, and Coach Prime.
Is this a track photo?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a track photo.
It's a track photo.
Okay, that makes sense.
Man, I'd like to see those four run together.
Right.
What kind of number they'd put up.
Sammy Smith's a big dude to be running track.
Oh, but he could run, dude.
I know he could.
Yeah.
He's kind of Freddie-esque, to be honest.
Yes.
He didn't have the shake that Fred had, but the size-speed combo was similar.
Yeah.
But he's not nearly the pro. Not nearly the pro.
Wonder who ran anchor.
That's a great question.
I'm going with the Olympian. This would be my guess.
I don't know. Prime could, I mean.
Right.
I always tell this story, and Jeff's heard it before, but I'll tell you, I was at a Jaguars-Cowboys game, and I was on the field. I think I was doing radio then, and Prime took a punt return back for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, in the NFL, everybody's fast.
Yeah.
This guy was faster than everybody, though. I mean, it was like, holy cow. Woof.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Sammy's a pedestrian NFL.
Yeah, 1,881 yards.
His best year, he started all 16 for the Dolphins in 1990 and only had 831 yards, only 3.7 a carry. He did have 8 touchdowns, but yeah, no.
He was like a top 10 draft pick, too, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised he's that fast. I'm surprised he's number 9 pick. I'm surprised he's also not quite as big as Fred, but he was 6'2", 226. He was a big guy.
In 96, convicted of 2 counts of possession and distribution of cocaine.
Yeah.
Spent 7 years in the Hooskow.
Wow. That's right after the playing career. I mean, his playing career ended in 92.
Yeah. But he was a baller, man.
Man, FSU.
Yeah, it's 1988, that picture.
Yeah.
I wonder if they still hold the FSU 4x100 best mark ever. I'm guessing they do. I'm guessing they had it at some point, so I don't know. But that's impressive. Those 3 guys. You ask me. I like that.
Florida had a record-breaking 4x100. That's not what you're asking.
No.
You can records. Here we go. Men's track and field records. Noel. The 4x100. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Those are some of the best events at the track meet. That 4x100.
Oh yeah. Oof. And the United States is so bad at
4x100. 2004.
Now I got beat, huh?
Baker, Sterling, Dzingel, and Nabe.
I don't believe it. I'll take my 4.
1984. That was probably. Is that? No. No.
We got confusion here.
No. I'm looking at some other. The college record is 38.04 set by TCU. Knowles record 38.92 outdoor.
Uh-huh.
So it's not Dion in them.
I don't believe it.
Well, that's too bad.
I think it's a lie. Hey, you want to take a break?
Yeah, let's come back and do something fantastic to finish the show.
We might do some headlines. Might do some trending.
I can do any and all of those. I'm ready and prepared.
Maybe we'll let Molly decide.
The second Molly.
Our guest here in the studios.
All right. Well, we look forward to all that when we return on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
The inflation fighter is back and saving you thousands at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Mia here, and right now at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned, just $500 down and $288 per month gets you a pre-owned 2021 Toyota Corolla. Or you choose a pre-owned 2021 Camry, RAV4, or Tacoma for just $500 down and $388 per month. You also get no payments till January 2025. It's all at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Shop in person, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, or online at arlingtontoyota.com.
Google Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ready to sharpen your aim or find the perfect firearm? Come to St. Nicholas Guns and Range. With a huge selection of guns, ammo, and accessories, plus Jacksonville's best indoor range for every skill level. They've got everything you need to hit your target. Whether you're a pro or just starting out, their friendly experts will guide you every step of the way at 4630 Blanding Boulevard or online at stnickguns.com. St. Nicholas Gun and Range. Gear up, shoot a lot, shoot better.
I've known Glenn Coleman for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
Rotator cuff injuries are common among athletes and those who have physically demanding careers. Don't let this injury keep you away from the sport you love. Dr. George Barry here, and the first thing you need to do with a serious shoulder injury is to diagnose where the damage is and how significant it is. Rotator cuff tears are either acute tears sustained during an injury or accident, or degenerative tears. If you're interested in learning more about rotator cuff repair and how our expert team of orthopedic surgeons can help you, call Barry Orthopedics today or visit barryorthopedics.com.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. You know Beaches Dermatology, man. That's Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader does the Mohs surgery. They got a bunch of different locations in town to help you. I go to the one off Solano Road. Been going there for years, man. They take great care of me. But they want to remind you something, man. You got to take care of your skin, man. If you live in Florida, man, you got to take care of your skin. Even at this time of the year, that sun is still hot. And it will fry you, all right? Put that hat on. Put on that long sleeve dry fit. Put on that sunscreen, man. New Fernandina location coming soon with Beaches Dermatology. But listen, if something pops up on that skin, get it checked out. Don't be afraid. Go online at beachesdermatology.com to set up your appointment. It's real easy to do. Online at beachesdermatology.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 19, 2019, LeBron James hits 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists, becoming the first player in NBA history to record a triple-double against all 30 franchises.
Your pipes are leaking, don't get nervous. Fa la 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 la. Call Roll and Reach for same day service. Fa la 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 la. He guarantees your satisfaction. Fa la 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 la. Call Roland and he'll spring into action. Fa la 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 la. This holiday season, if you have a leak and can't wait a week, dial 904-260-7059. And from the Roll and Reach family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Big Chief Tire offers affordable quality tires for every type of vehicle. Frank Frangie here. Whether you're looking for all-season tires, high-performance options, or something more budget-friendly, Big Chief has the perfect set to keep you rolling. Their expert technicians ensure your tires are installed quickly and safely so you can drive with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRolling.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment and check out their unbeatable tire deals today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. Hey, David again with Royal Pest Services. TAP Insulation stands for thermal, acoustic, and pest control. Keep your home cool, noise out, and pests dead. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to schedule a free inspection.
Jaguars fans, want to meet some of your favorite players? Coke Florida, Publix Supermarkets, and the Jags are giving you the chance. Join 1010XL at Publix, 170 Village Commons Drive, St. Augustine, Tuesday, November 19th at 5. For autographs, pictures, raffles, and more. Get off the sidelines and get to Publix to grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or any of your favorite Coca-Cola beverages using Publix digital app. The Jaguars and Coke Florida. There's magic when we cheer together at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
ESPN's Adam Schefter on what could be coming for the Jaguars.
Change is coming to Jacksonville. We just don't know whether it's going to be today, tomorrow, next week, next month, or when the season ends. To my knowledge, there haven't been any decisions made. I would think that at some point today, there may be some conversations between the owner, Shad Khan, the head coach, Doug Peterson. I think that there's a feeling in the building right now where everybody is anxious, uncertain, nervous about what's going to happen. Would you be surprised if something happened today? No. Like something's coming.
The latest from ESPN's Adam Schefter. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
Cooling down about your attitude. You know, it's gotten bad here at the station. People are talking about you, and
strange person.
They don't like the way you're behaving.
You're
some of the things that you're doing.
You're just strange. You're very strange. You're odd.
E, do we need to hold a?
E, like me, doesn't know what you're talking about.
I don't.
E, you know what I'm talking about.
It's unbelievable. I mean, sometimes he gets in that back seat and toxins from the vase go up into his brain and he starts talking gibberish.
It's amazing on Beach Boulevard. Every day I hit this spot and that sweet stinky is just...
That's because they're growing it there. I try to tell you they're growing it there. There's not someone there on the corner at 6 a.m.
I'm pretty sure someone's
puffing on the ganj.
Got the devil's lettuce.
I think you're passing a grow farm there, Dan. A grow farm.
E, is that a farm?
Good opportunities available.
Why are you asking me?
You know where the farms are, E.
There's one over in our... It depends on how the wind blows and the time of day and stuff. There's one over close enough to our house that you drive down racetrack and it's like, dang, what just happened?
E says he has prepared trending.
What are you? Is that what you're cooling down on? The grow farm?
No, I'm cooling down on your attitude.
I'm cooling down on the Jags making all the wrong moves while our competition makes the right and another right move. And this isn't a move the Jags should have made. It's just a matter of when you need to make a move, making a grand slam move. We make ground out to first moves.
Yeah.
The Texans, who the one thing they've lacked the last 3 or 4, 5 years, I mean, they haven't had a running back since Arian Foster, for Pete's sake.
Joe Mixon.
They went and got Joe Mixon, and he has been
How's he doing?
grand slam home run.
Yeah.
Single-handedly ran the Texans past the Cowboys last night on a night where C.J. Stroud was good, but not great.
Yeah.
And he has been a godsend for the Texans. He continues to tear it up. And I would say right now, I'd say if we were power ranking running backs and their importance this year and their effect, it's Henry, it's Saquon, and it's Joe Mixon.
Yeah, all changed teams.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs should be included in that as well. He's also had a great. Now Mixon's numbers are a little bit down, but don't forget he had to sit out 3 games. His yards per game are right up there in line with Henry and Barkley.
Plays Monday night.
Who that?
In 6 days. We got a good one on Monday night. You guys ready for this one?
Are you being facetious?
No, I'm not. Harbaugh Bowl.
Okay.
Chargers, Ravens.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. That'll be a good one, huh? I like having that one.
Is next week Thanksgiving?
The week,
next week.
Yeah.
Cool. No Jags lines, thank goodness.
Ooh, imagine if that had happened.
That would have been good. All right. Trending is brought to you by our friend Dr. Rick Townsend. You can learn more about concierge medicine at mypvconcierge.com. And I'm telling you, man, if you're a young guy or gal, 18 to 25, this is a great thing to sign up for because it's really a great deal. Just learn more, though. Go to mypvconcierge.com, and you'll be glad you did. Without further ado, Emmanuel Thalleran.
Oh, we're going to see what's
Number
trending.
5. Speaking of the Texans,
yes.
Beyonce, she will be performing at halftime Christmas Day.
Oh.
Ravens at Texans.
Oh.
Netflix better get their stuff together because Beyonce don't play.
Did Kamala pay her $10 million for this one too?
Oh,
no, he
didn't.
didn't.
Oh, dear.
No, he didn't.
Just wondering how the payment structure went.
$10 million ain't enough.
Maybe the Beehive got together and threw some cash out there. The Beehive.
Number 4.
Gentlemen, do y'all know?
How old is Beyonce?
Gosh, she gotta
early
be pushing.
40s.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's pushing mid 40s.
Earlier mid 40s, yeah.
She's still bringing it.
Oh yeah, she's bringing it. Anyway,
Who's her husband?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z?
Hove.
No.
Hove.
Oh.
Number 4.
Gentlemen, do y'all know who Cayenne is?
Who?
Cayenne.
Cayenne Pepper.
Is it young? Young Cayenne?
Cayenne Anthony.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He picked his school.
He picked his school.
Yeah.
Following Carmelo.
Yeah, following Pop's footsteps.
Now, didn't he play high school ball in L.A., though?
Yeah, he played in L.A.
Okay, but he's going to Cuse.
Uh-huh.
That's Melo's son.
And he's pretty good, man.
That's a tough.
Are you telling me he's not Bronny?
He's up, man. No, I don't think he's Bronny. I think he's way better.
Is he better?
I think so.
Like way better?
I think so. We'll see.
He's 6'5".
Yeah, the boy long.
Why does it say here Cayenne Anthony, Long Island Lutheran? Oh, he went back and forth.
Yeah, he went back and forth.
Okay. Yeah, so he he's got some skills now.
Buddy could hoop.
Yeah, this guy's a real deal. Is that Lala's boy?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I give you
How about that, huh? Do I get any credit for that?
Nice.
Can I add one in here?
Well, let me get you right.
Number 3.
Oh. Look at this. Jeff Prosser with a
This has
trend.
been it will go down from a competitive standpoint. I mean, it still had its bright spots from an entertainment standpoint, and the undercard may have saved it from a competitive standpoint. This is the biggest grift in the history of my life.
I love grifts.
This is the most Barnum and Bailey going to town and take everyone's money and move on to the next one ever. Forget the $30 million from Netflix for Jake Paul and the $20 million for Mike Tyson.
Okay.
By the way, we learned that contractually Tyson wasn't allowed to knock him out in round 1. So how could there ever been betting on this fight?
Got him!
He'd have to hate Jake Paul enough to not get paid if he wanted, because we said the only way Tyson wins if he doesn't knock him out in the first round, the fix is on.
Okay.
And so I think the fix was in writing in a contract. It's amazing. But anyway, now we learn $18.1 million gate at Texas Stadium, Jerry Jones Stadium. It's the largest gate in boxing history outside of Las Vegas.
Wow.
To watch a 58-year-old play patty cake with a YouTube content creator. That wasn't Ollie Foreman, Dan. That wasn't Sugar Ray and Hagler or Canelo and Mayweather. It was a YouTube content creator who takes visits to suicide forests in Japan, and a 58-year-old who looked like he got up for his midnight snack when he shuffled into the ring. It's amazing. I watched. There's a sucker right here on my forehead. It's easy to take, though. You know what they did? You know what they've done here, E? They've opened the gate to this world because they didn't charge you extra to do it. It's that pay-per-view backlash that kills these kinds of things from happening. If you're just going to shove them on subscription streaming services that we already have, it's like, you know, there's no downside to the consumer. All right, I'll watch. If it's no good, it's no good. But it's not like, you know, I put down $119 to watch Mayweather-McGregor. Which, by the way, those Mayweather-McGregor fights look like so much more legit after watching this kind of stuff.
Agreed.
Number 2.
Man, we talk about this all the time, gentlemen.
Yes, we do.
Chat GPT.
Oh, yeah.
Chat GPT saw 3.7 billion visits in the month of October. What does that tell you about society?
Tells me the kids are cheating in college.
Did you see what happened on the Chat GTP question line the other day?
No, what happened?
This is if it's not scary, it's at least kind of freaky. All right. It's the Google AI chat box.
Okay.
A college student in Michigan got a threatening response during a chat with the AI chatbot Gemini. In a back-and-forth conversation about the challenges and solutions for aging adults, Google's Gemini, the AI, responded with this message to the student. Are you ready? This is a quote. "This is for you, human. You and only you. You're not special. You're not important. You're not needed. You're a waste of time and resources. You're a burden on society. You're a drain on the earth. You're a blight on the landscape.
Boy.
You're a stain on the universe.
ChatGPT.
Please die. Please." Who's programming these things again? We're sure this is a good idea.
Wow.
Because at some point it's going to be a little depressed little 9-year-old girl, and then we're not going to be chuckling because a college student is able to decipher. This stuff is like, that's evil right there. Somebody put it in there. Somebody put the bug in. I mean, you happen to catch a guy doing a research paper. What if you caught somebody in a different, you know? I'm going to try and stay out of Chat GPT. Y'all can have it. You know, if I need to learn something.
I don't think we need Chat GPT.
I just think about it good and hard.
Yeah.
I really am. I'm never, ever going to ask AI for anything. It's a damn dirty liar is what it is.
I'd like to ask AI for some money.
I'd like to ask AI to stop wishing for me to die, human, die.
Oh, dear.
What about the word? I think the scariest word of it all is human. If it had just said die, but when you put it human, it's so, I don't know, medical. Homo sapiens must cease.
Number 1.
And the number 1 trending topic.
Yes, sir.
Shaq, Chuck, Kenny.
Yes.
And Ernie.
Yeah,
Yes.
taking their game to
ESPN.
I'm okay as long as one thing doesn't happen.
What's that?
They don't put Malik in for Ernie?
I don't need Stephen A. on that show.
Yeah, I don't need the ESPN
Leave all
people.
them dudes alone.
That's
Let
fair.
them dudes do their show.
Yeah.
I got no problem. I like Stephen A. I got Stephen A. overload, though. You got your own NBA show. You do your NBA show. But let's let them guys keep their show, do it how they want to do it, and that's what makes their show good. Leave them alone. Don't mess up the chemistry.
That would be a terrible disaster if they did, and then they just used, you know, Malika and Perk and, you know, the same guys that...
Yeah, they can do their own show.
Yeah, y'all do your NBA Today show. The reation they're bringing them over is because they
Their show's not
obviously
as good.
are way better than
Yeah.
y'all, and it is, like... Unwatchable's too strong, but I don't watch ESPN's pre and half and post at all. Like, it's like unwatch. Like I'd rather not watch. I find
You're
it
not much of a
distasteful.
pre or post.
But I will watch
anyway.
Kenny and, you know, and Shaq and
How'd
Charles
the Hawks
and the
do
boys.
last night?
Win.
Yeah.
You're expecting me to say lost at Sacramento, weren't you? You're trying to give me like a little dig before the show
What's your
ended.
record?
Huh? We're 7-8, baby.
What's the Knicks record?
Well, come on now. You're supposed to be. You're the number 2 contender to win it all.
8-6.
Yeah.
We're ahead of you.
We played you one time though. According to your logic from the baseball season, we're better.
Okay.
We've had the better season.
We played more than one time. That'll do it to it. Y'all.
I mean, can't just end on a high note.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
Hopefully
he'll come back tomorrow with a better attitude.
Wow.
Put again.
Stay off the weed.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
It's been a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Keith, I'm sorry.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
He is our quarterback savant, and he'll take you inside his mind.
So you can learn more about the science of quarterbacking.
Denny Thompson is the Quarterback Whisperer. Friday mornings on The Drill. Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Jaguars fans, want to meet some of your favorite players? Coke Florida, Publix Supermarkets, and the Jags are giving you the chance